Okay. Tell me about that. Tell me why that was going through your head. And be honest.
I just wanted to have.
At this moment, detectives were shocked by the horrifying claims of a monstrous child predator concealed behind the composed demeanor. However, 65-year-old Daniel Furlong from White Pigeon, Michigan, believed he was in the clear, having committed far more heinous crimes years ago than those for which he was initially arrested.
The allegation is that on July 28th of 2015 in the village of White Pigeon, he did knowingly restrain a 10-year-old child by means of a weapon or dangerous instrument.
Daniel attempted to lure Mackenzie Stafford into his garage with the intent to exploit and prey on her.
I almost got killed.
Fortunately, Mackenzie sensed danger and managed to escape the situation.
All of a sudden he pulls me back and just grabs me. He says, "Shut up or I'll kill you." Then he grabs me by my mouth and then he tries to pull a knife out.
This encounter led to Daniel's arrest in August 2015, revealing a series of disturbing truths about his past during a shocking interrogation.
There was no emotion in him whatsoever, no remorse, nothing.
Authorities were stunned to find DNA evidence linking Daniel to the 2007 murder and SA of Jodi Perrick.
So how has this kidnapping, rape, torture, and murder and finding my daughter's body in the cemetery affected my life? For 8 years, I had to live my life every day, not knowing who killed my baby or why.
For over 8 years, Jodi and her family were denied justice after she was found dead in the Constantine Township Cemetery.
We saw her laying on the ground. I fell on the ground, saying, "No, God, no, God." I couldn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it.
But fate took a turn when the courageous Mackenzie Stafford fought off Daniel, leading to his arrest and a DNA match that ultimately brought justice for Jodi.
He was not on our radar until she came along. She's the one that broke the case. She absolutely is.
But the detectives were unaware of the shocking confession that awaited them.
Later that evening, probably about, I don't know, must have been 5 o'clock or so, I seen this little girl riding up the street. And I thought, well, you know, I had been taking these pills called Santex. It's a drug to stop smoking and stuff. Plus it makes you hallucinate. And I asked this girl to come over to help me move some stuff. She got off her bike, came up to the house. That's when I grabbed her, took her in the garage, threw her in the back of this boat that was in the garage. That must be when I got the DNA on her ship. And what you call it, got her out of the boat, and I didn't know what to do. So I got...
What was she saying when she was in the boat and stuff?
She wasn't moving, she wasn't screaming, nothing. Like, you know, this was an everyday occurrence or something.
How long was she in the boat?
I probably had her in the boat probably 35, 40 minutes.
What kind of boat are we talking? Was it like on a trailer?
Yeah, I was on a trailer.
Were you in the boat with her?
I got in the boat with her.
Was there any penetration? Was there any penetration or anything?
No, I didn't want to have sex with her, nothing like that. So I got her out of the boat. By that time it was dark out. And I thought, well, got her in my truck. I thought, now what am I going to do? So I just...
Is this in the cab of the truck or back in the...
cab of the truck.
This is a pickup truck?
Yep.
Okay.
Was she still alive at this point?
At this time, yeah, she was still alive.
Daniel then restrained Jodi's hands with zip ties. Daniel denies sexually assaulting Jodi, but the evidence tells a different story.
And
was she talking to you at all?
She said, "Will you let me go?" And I said, "I can't let you go, honey." So then I took her out to the cemetery, down on the ground, and I thought, well, maybe she'll catch her breath again. And I just took off.
I think she was probably dead, Dan.
Well, I don't know.
Why did you go into the boat?
Because the garage floor was nothing but dirt and stuff.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I got her into that boat. And then she didn't resist or nothing like that.
Did she say anything to you?
No. She said, yeah, she did. She said, stop, stop. She said, I'll come back. I said, come back? She said, yeah, let me go, I'll come back. Well, in my mind, I thought, yeah, you're not, you know.
You knew you were in big trouble if you let her go.
Yep. So that's when I got her back out of the boat, put her in my pickup, and that's when I went off to the cemetery. And I don't even think it was 35 minutes. I think it was probably a half hour. Well, when I heard...
Well, we know.
Well, yeah, let me just get there, okay? She had that open sweater.
But watch as he reveals the horrific details in his confession.
What was it?
She had that one sweater, it was a big long sweater, and then she had another sweater over the top of it. And that's when I caught my senses, and I thought, what the hell? So then I got her back out of the boat.
How did you get her out of the boat? How did you get her out of the boat?
I had to drag her out of the boat.
So she didn't voluntarily, she didn't crawl out of the boat herself then? Or?
No, I had to help her out.
Were her arms moving at that point? She's struggling with you?
No.
So you had to carry her?
Did she struggle with you at any point in time?
Nope. None. When I got her out of the boat, put her in my truck, I said, now sweetheart, just get in the truck. I'll take you home. And when I took off with her down the street, she said, let me go, let me go. I said, okay. So I thought, no, if I let her go, then I've been had. And I got her out to the cemetery. And that's the honest God truth.
He still needed to fulfill these urges that were in him.
Daniel admitted to molesting Jody, but claimed he did not sexually assault her.
That's when I decided, well, I think I better just get her somewhere where she can, where I can get rid of her.
Daniel confesses to detectives that he tied a plastic bag over Jody's head.
I just pulled the strings around like this with the handle of the bag around the back of her neck. That's when she passed out.
I guess it's easier to think that she didn't have to suffer as much. But I can imagine sitting there with the plastic bag over your head for a half an hour.
I thought, he's a monster. He put a bag over her head and waited for her to die. That's not the person I knew. There was nothing that would make you think that this man was capable. So I'm watching his grandkids playing with him outside. Yeah.
I mean, what'd you think?
Typical grandfather.
I probably killed her in the garage after I got her out of the boat. She had to help herself some to get out of the boat.
Okay.
Because I don't know how much she weighed at the time or nothing like that. I'm not a very big guy, so I couldn't lift up very much.
So, just trying to clarify and understand. You just told me you killed her at the cemetery, you swear on your Bible. Then you said you just did it after she got out of the boat. Which is it, Dan?
I think I killed her at the house.
I don't want to know what you think.
I killed her at the house, okay? I killed her at the house.
Okay. When?
When I got her out of the boat.
Okay. So that's when it happened.
Took the bag off the base side. Cut the wire ties. Lay her on the ground.
Okay.
I put the bike later on the ground.
So prior to, have you had any feelings about, abducting a
kid or feelings for little girls or anything like that?
No.
Dan, that's not how this kind of stuff works. You don't just all of a sudden decide, oh, I'm going to kill this little girl. And something must have happened that made this come into you.
I mean, was the desire there in the back of your mind? You just didn't act on it? You just attracted to that age, 10, 11, 12 years old? Just.
Well, it looked like for me, if you would see her, she looked like she was about 14 or 15. But she was,
Yeah.
and everything, so.
So you're attracted to that age then?
No, I was attracted to older girls, but I thought she was older than what. So, don't mind me, guys. I'm just a bundle of nerves right now. So.
Watch as the detectives probe into Daniel's insecurity complex to uncover the root cause of his actions.
I mean, I'm with you. That's kind of something that we all enjoy, right? But it seems like it was kind of controlling you from what you're.
Premeditated.
What's that?
Premeditated.
What do you mean?
Well, it's probably gonna. First thing that came along. I didn't know what.
Why were those feelings so strong?
I don't know. Really, I don't. Someone just told me, go ahead and have it.
Say that again?
Just go ahead and have it.
Who said that?
My mind.
Okay. You really wanted to have sex bad?
Yeah.
Well, how were things with your wife? Okay. Sounds like you were working in the day and she was working in the night type thing? Not seeing her very much? How long had that been going on?
8 years.
8 years. And on November 8th, 2007, you just couldn't take it anymore?
Hmm.
That's not the first day either, is it? That's not the first day you had those feelings, is it?
No.
What was different about this day?
I don't know. Something just boggled my mind. Just out of the blue, So.
What did you do when you got home?
When I got home, I just went in the house. At that time, my brain was going 50 million miles an hour.
Did you take a shower or clean up or anything?
No.
What happened to the clothes you were wearing?
If I'm not mistaken, I threw them away.
There's a little bit of blood on her sweater.
Did you struggle at all?
Not that I know, not that I remember.
Did she struggle with you when you were trying to handcuff her?
No. She lay flat on the floor. I tied her.
What did you say to her?
I said, what you call it? What did I say to her? I don't even remember.
Any idea how the blood got on her sweater?
No idea how the blood got on her sweater at all. I don't know if I had cut myself or whatever.
Yeah. Did you ever take her pants off?
No, never took her pants off.
Did you ever put your hand in her pants?
No.
Did you touch her zipper?
Did I touch her zipper? Not that I recall.
Because more than likely there's some DNA of yours down there. I mean, did you have to pick her up?
I had to help her in the truck.
How did she get out of the truck?
I brought her out.
I mean, pick her up and move her?
Did she move herself or help you stuff out, or was she?
If I remember right, I went, let me show you. I'll show you. I think I had to pick her up like this, pull her out, and then lay her out on the ground.
So did you have a cap on the truck
No.
or a tonto cover or
No,
something?
nothing.
So she didn't try to sit up at all when you were driving or try to get
She was in the car.
Oh, I thought she was in the
I think she was in the
cab. Oh,
She was in the cab of the truck,
Oh.
and she slumped over.
So she wasn't breathing.
As far as I know, she was breathing
But when did you put the,
when she got out of the truck
At the cemetery?
at the cemetery.
did you bring the bag along just for that purpose?
Not that I remember.
How did you happen to have a Myers bag with you?
It was in the truck.
Was the point of the bag to try to make it so she couldn't talk, knowing that she died?
I think so. Here, you better smoke another one.
Well, why did you go to the cemetery? I mean, there's fields, there's
I don't know why I went to the cemetery. But I found out later she was scared of the cemetery.
How'd you find that?
I heard that in the newspaper and on the TV set.
Daniel recalls discovering that Jody was afraid of the cemetery. Yet, ironically, rather than the dead, it was the living that brought her the most terrifying experience of her life.
There was no emotion in him whatsoever, no remorse, nothing.
What would have happened if she hadn't gotten away from you?
Probably an income like Jody happened. But I'm not a serial killer, if that's what you think.
But the detectives uncovered a horrific revelation that paints Daniel as a potential serial killer.
Dan, there is a list of girls and names in the garage. There's a picture in the garage. There's a list of all the young girls in the neighborhood, their names. What was that for?
I don't know why I had them all wrote down.
I think you do.
No, I don't really. I had
You don't just
I had them all wrote down. I don't know why. I just wrote them down.
Well, how would you know their names?
Well, I found it out later, and so.
Well, there were boys in the neighborhood too. You didn't write any of their names down.
Well, I know.
You don't write young girls' names down for no reason.
I thought maybe one of them girls would be instead of.
So, but how did you get the names? Did somebody tell you their names?
My grandkids told me.
So they told you the names of.
What he was trying to do with the list is trying to see what girls he could capture and ones that he can't.
Detectives skillfully cornered Daniel with his own words, exploiting his need to prove his masculinity to elicit a truthful confession.
So, were you waiting to do this? Waiting for an opportunity for one of these girls to make themselves available to do this again?
Well, I had plenty of opportunity because all these girls were in my house.
Mm-hmm.
Hanging out with your grandsons.
Well,
But there were other people there, so were you waiting for an opportunity when you were alone?
Right.
Daniel was also suspected of having a possible connection to the 1997 disappearance of Brittany Beers in Sturgis, who was abducted near her home and has never been found. Police noted that a composite sketch of the man last seen speaking to Brittany Beers strongly resembles Daniel.
The purpose of this is to tell us what you've done. Everything, completely, fully, truthfully.
I killed Jody and that's it. I didn't kill anybody else. That's how I got it true.
Part of the deal here is that you need to be honest and that we'll have you take a polygraph. And so if you do know anything about it, you need to tell us right now.
I know nothing. I'll take a polygraph test. I don't care. And as far as the other cases go, I'll take one on that too. I know nothing.
But the detectives were about to intensify the interrogation.
You have more skeletons in your closet than you have told us. We all know this already.
No, I don't.
Listen to me a second, okay? I don't know how many people you've killed in your life. I don't know. There are people who have killed countless people, hundreds of people. There are people who have killed 5 or 6. I don't know where in that range you fit. I don't have all those details. But you can fill us in on those, because this is your chance today to do that.
She's the only one I killed.
Okay. I believe that what you're telling me you think is true.
It is true.
I believe that what you're saying you think in your mind is true. But I'm not 100% convinced that it is. You didn't just decide, okay, maybe it is. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. And I'll say that's the only person that you killed. But you didn't just wake up that day and have an urge to fondle or rape or have sex with whatever word you want to use with a girl. It didn't happen.
Yes, it did.
Not just that day. It's happened before.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it has.
No, it has not.
You said yourself you've had those feelings before.
That's right. But I've never killed anybody before.
I'm not saying that. But you've had those feelings before, and you've acted on those feelings before. There are other girls out there that you have found. Or that
No, there isn't.
Dan.
No, there is not.
How can we be sure of that? I don't believe that.
You don't, boy. I'm telling you the truth.
Dan, he's got something to show you. Something that you can't argue with. Okay? When Brian said, we know you have, Dan, he's right.
No, he isn't. That ain't me.
Are you kidding me?
I don't care what that looks like. That's
Let me
not
ask
me.
you, what's that look like?
I don't know, but it doesn't look like me.
This is no driver's license picture of yours, correct?
This is 1997. Same year that composite was drawn.
I don't care, but that's not me.
Dan, none of this is you. Okay? I believe that. This isn't who you really are. It's whatever happens in your brain when it clicks and things go bad.
I'm telling you right now, that is not me, and I'm not taking the rap for that.
Taking the rap for what?
For whatever that composite is right there. I did not kill anybody else.
I'm not disagreeing with you. Because I don't have those facts. I would be willing to bet you have. But that's all I got right now.
No.
You didn't try to abduct, kidnap, take, lure a child into your home or garage twice. Once after you killed someone. And not ever have it had it happen again.
Oh, no.
Before.
I'm not, no.
You hearing me though?
I'm hearing you.
You killed her, did you not?
Yes, I did.
And you killed her while you were trying to act out on your problem, right?
Right.
Okay, which you tried to do again to me, right?
No, I was trying to push her out of the garage. I wasn't going to kill her.
I'm talking about your inhibitions.
Well, yeah, I had
Okay, that's what you had on your mind, right?
Right.
Okay, you not only did you have them before those thoughts, you had them after. Even after the worst day in your life ever happened. After you killed, those feelings resurfaced again. They resurfaced after, and they surfaced before that.
No, they didn't.
How are you controlling them? It's a disease, man.
Well, I'm telling you the truth. I killed anybody else.
And you never had sex with any other young girl?
No, I did not.
Never?
Never.
Nothing?
Nothing.
How in the world does that happen?
Because I always relieve my own self.
Okay. Did you relieve yourself the day you died?
No.
Did you relieve yourself the day it happened?
Yes, I did.
When?
Probably a couple days afterwards.
Do you expect all of us to believe that you never, ever had these feelings in your head of wanting to have sex so bad with somebody that you kind of laid in wait, waiting for somebody to come by, anybody, so that you could let them into you, and that it's only happened twice? You honestly expect us to believe that?
A year I'm willing to believe that he hasn't killed anybody before, but it's difficult to believe that there hadn't been some victim somewhere along the line.
Would it surprise you if it turned out he was a serial killer?
I guess I'd have to say no. It certainly raises red flags for law enforcement. I'm sure it does.
Like what happened in between?
Yes.
And what happened before?
Yes.
Following Jody's murder, suspicion initially turned to Reserve Police Officer Raymond McCann after he suggested searching the local cemetery.
He said, well, did anybody check the cemetery again? And that's when I said, no, we haven't, but I guess we'll go there next.
The problem is he was out searching all night, and he himself never went and searched the cemetery except for coincidentally, right when the body was found.
Raymond was suspended from his position shortly after that. He had become a person of interest in the case. He also gave conflicting testimonies under oath about his whereabouts on the night of Jody's murder. In the end, Raymond was sentenced to prison in 2014 for perjury related to the case.
You saw everything in the paper about what was going on with him. What did you think then?
I just thought I was in the clear.
Thankfully for Raymond, Daniel's confession ultimately cleared his name.
I didn't think I'd see my family again.
You thought you'd die there?
Yeah.
Why'd you think that, Ray?
I just knew I wasn't coming home alive. You know, being in law enforcement, being in there knowing that you're innocent. Never to see my daughter again, my grandkids. It's so hard on me. Been through a lot.
What do you think she would have become?
She said that she wanted to be a cosmetologist because when people feel pretty, it makes them happy, and she wanted to make people happy. I had to find out who killed her. If it would have took to the day I died, I would have never gave up on that, and that was just for her.
In November 2015, Daniel Furlong pleaded guilty to second-degree murder in the Jodi Perrick case. He was sentenced to 30 to 60 years in prison, with his earliest opportunity for parole at age 95.
Looks like you have a history of beating women.
Yeah, that's so, if you say so.
No, I can read it to you if you want.
I'm good at both.
To say, below is a brief description of the latest act of...
What I said, I'm good at.
I'm being not
I
quiet.
don't want to hear your shit, man.
This is 30-year-old Wade Wilson, a man who committed crimes beyond comprehension. On August 7th, 2019, he brutally assaulted a woman in broad daylight. Shockingly, just the night before, he had already taken the lives of 2 innocent women. CCTV footage places him near the scene, and soon after, a 911 call was made by a man named Josh in Cape Coral.
Okay, well, weapons involved are mentioned? Yeah, he said he stabbed somebody, I guess. Are you or anyone else in danger right now? I'm sure everybody is around him right now.
In a sudden twist, Wade flees, slipping out of the police's grasp just as they close in.
How you doing? What's going on, man? You're waiting on your girlfriend? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Known as the Deadpool killer among TikTok users, Wade had tormented many, especially women, all of whom were his former girlfriends.
It was just like a very toxic relationship, but he was never violent, ever. So I got back in the car and put my seatbelt on, and that's when he started choking me. At some point, he had bit my face.
That's not all, and as the footage continues, you get a chilling glimpse of his cruelty. And this could have been so much worse if his biological father, Stephen Testaseca, hadn't called the police when his son confided in him about the crimes he'd committed. It was Stephen's morals that helped the police catch Wade from the house he broke into and was taking shelter in.
I've been good to these people. You can tell them that, bro. Then you want to tell me you're going to threaten me on your face? I would slam you one-on-one, pussy boy.
Hey. Just relax.
And you know I would. You college graduated.
Wait. Just do a little twist there.
From there, he was brought straight to the interrogation room, where he's seen casually flirting with the detective.
I'm not answering these type of questions. I'm just curious what I'm.
Okay, so Fort Myers Police Department says that you had a disturbance with your girlfriend today. And an officer made contact with you outside of Joe's Crab Shack. And that encounter didn't go very well and you left.
He's a jerk.
Okay.
He wasn't very nice. He need to train better.
Okay.
Maybe people stick around.
All right. So there was a little, I don't know exactly what went on between the two of you, but you two met and you left.
Yeah.
Okay. And you left in a black Honda that did not belong to you.
Yeah, he made me leave.
He made you leave? He told you to leave?
Like he was gonna tase me.
Oh, well, that make me leave.
He was just being real trigger.
After this, Wade demanded to meet his girlfriend Melissa, known to many as Mila. She had agreed and asked him to come to the parking lot near her spa. But beneath this seemingly ordinary meeting, something dark was brewing. The day before, a terrible incident had unfolded between them, one that you'll now hear about directly from her.
He beat me up and I put him in jail here, and then I didn't want to go through the court, so I dropped the charges, but he had a charge on West Palm for second-degree felony stolen property.
So he had a warrant out for that arrest?
He didn't have a warrant, but his bond was revoked when he had picked up a charge here. Okay. So when his bond was revoked, I'm sorry, it's still hard to talk. When his bond was revoked, he went to West Palm. He served his time. He served, went to court, got time served plus probation. When he got out of there, he had another bond in Key Marathon, so they took him to Key West. Last night we went to Buddha.
What time did you get to Buddha?
Roughly 11-ish, and I think we left around 2-ish. I'm not really sure about these times.
Oh. So you went to Buddha last night?
And then he wanted to go to like this house, like a drug house. Like I didn't feel safe, I didn't feel comfortable. So he can't even, I drive a Hellcat, it's like a heavy stick shift, and he can't drive a stick shift. So somehow he got somebody to drive my car, and my girlfriend Amy saw me like walking around the parking lot like aimlessly. She's like, I was like, I got left by my boyfriend, so she let me in her car, and then I slept on the couch in her house. He was blowing up my phone all night long. I didn't know because I was sleeping. And then in the morning.
This was last night.
And in the morning I answer, and I could tell he's on drugs because he's calling me everything. You fucking lying whore. Like, you know, all these things. I can already tell something's up. He doesn't usually treat me this way. And then I could tell he's getting like agitated, and he just said, get in the car. And so I just got scared and said no. And as soon as he noticed that I wasn't gonna get in the car, he grabbed me and forced me up against the window, and then holding me, and I started screaming for Amy. And Amy tells me later she was afraid she started to get hit yet, so she didn't interfere at all. So as soon as he grabs me, I start to kind of get away, and my clothes start coming off. So like I'm pretty much like all visible, and then he starts noticing that he's losing grip, I think, like the threads or whatever. So then he opens the car door, forgets to put the car in park.
This is the Hellcat?
No, this is the Hellcat. The Hellcat ran out of gas.
The previous night, on August 6th, Wade abandoned Melissa and took off with her Hellcat, despite not knowing how to drive it. He had put someone else behind the wheel. But by the next morning, he showed up driving a Nissan, a car that, surprisingly, belonged to a woman from Cape Coral who had reported the same to be missing that very morning.
Once he saw that fabric was slipping, he opens the car door, gets out of the car, but he forgets to put the car in park, so he tackles me to the ground, and the car's almost trying to run over us. So I'm trying to get out of the way of the car. He's got me all up and down on the pavement, and just threatening to kill me, threatening to get in the car, saying he's already going to kill me. I'm just struggling my best to not get in the car, because the last bad incident, he had me hands tied behind my back, choking me, beating me, raping me for like 6 hours. So I knew once I got in the car, I might not see anything again. So then eventually I start making my way up to the spa, because I think it's safer to be in the spa than the car. So Amy keeps yelling at me not to go to the spa, because she thinks as soon as I get in the spa, that's when it's really gonna go. So I keep holding onto the railing. He eventually drags me up, and then he punches me as hard as he can right here, like in the face. And somehow when he punched like that, I was able to kind of like maneuver around the back and run, like, and then run to like the neighboring business. And that's how I got away. And then he jumped in the car and left.
It's chilling to hear Melissa say she knew that if she had gotten into the car, she wouldn't make it out alive. But why did she believe this? Has Wade killed anyone before? The answer lies in her next revelation.
See, this is him calling all night, but that's not what he's calling. Maybe the Shepherd Barber is him too, because that's the girl. That's the girl. Somebody said he killed this girl, Christine Melton.
Am I being charged with anything?
Well,
Tell me what it is.
possibly burglary, because you broke into the house.
Tell me everything I'm being charged with, then I'll talk to you straightforward.
Honestly, I don't know exactly what all your charges are going to be. That's why we're having a conversation.
Okay.
I mean, and that's honest. That's honest. That's an honest truth.
Cool, because I don't know. Yeah, cool.
Okay.
Let's talk.
Fort Myers has their own charges on you. That's my understanding.
Do they?
That's my understanding.
For what?
For the battery on your girlfriend.
Correct.
That's my understanding. That car that you were in, that was left at, what's the name of that guy? Mateo?
Mateo.
At Mateo's business. Who did that car belong to?
Some chick I had met that she let me use it.
Okay, where'd you meet that chick?
At the bar.
At what bar?
Buddha.
At the Buddha. Okay. When did you meet her at the Buddha?
I don't know. I can't remember. A day ago, 2 days ago. It's kind of merged together now.
So
I had a rough last. Apparently I do on that from what you.
Well,
since you're my friend and we know we do together.
Well, I don't know that, but I was told that you had done some coke last night.
That's an issue. Don't do that. Don't be like that.
Okay.
It's never good.
Deal. That's fair.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Okay, cool.
I just wanted to make sure that if I'm told somebody.
If I do blow, it's my business anyways.
So you met this female. Do you remember her name?
Not at all.
No.
No, I don't.
The woman mentioned here is 35-year-old Christine Melton. She was one of the women who were reported missing, and Wade seemed to know a lot more than he's telling, given the fact that they both happened to be in the car together while Wade was driving.
At what point, how do you get in that black Honda? Do you meet up with that girl and get that Honda?
We all spent time together.
So she was with you at this guy's house too?
We all were.
Okay. So did she ride with you in the...
Sure.
Did you say it's a Hellcat?
Yeah.
Okay. So
we all went.
What's a Hellcat?
It's like a Challenger Charger.
It's a Dodge.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dodge.
I don't know cars very well, but...
And then basically just what happened is my car ran out of gas.
Okay.
And I had things to do. Again, my business, nothing illegal, so I don't have to talk about it. I didn't really want to hang out with everybody anymore. And I kind of wanted my car out of the road because it was parked right on the side.
Okay.
And it's out of gas. It's a $108,000 car. I don't want to leave it somewhere.
Car?
Yeah. She let me use her car. I left. Did my own shit. And she let me. Thanks for the car, Cool.
Did you get her phone
No
number?
problem.
How are you supposed to return it if you don't know her?
I did have her phone number because I used her phone to call my girl's phone, and I was going to meet my girl. So the number would have been on there.
Okay.
For sure. Definitely.
All right. And so you gave her back her phone before you left her?
I don't know. I just used her phone.
Oh, you just asked to borrow her phone?
I didn't take her phone. Yeah, I said, hey man, use it, make a call.
Okay.
And just called my chick.
Wade's story contradicts with Melissa's version, and with a hint of constant fidgeting, he is seen to be masking his nervousness. That night, he left with Christine and his drug supplier, abandoning Melissa because she opposed the plan. His claim of using Christine's car and phone is a part of an even darker scheme. But like all criminals, Wade also confessed this scheme to someone.
So that's the last you saw her?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Josh called us and said that when you got there, you had a little bit of blood on your hands, and that you said that you killed somebody.
Is that what he said?
That is.
Yeah, he's far-fetched.
Okay.
I work with Josh and a couple other guys. They're delusional. Some of them have fantasies. Some are sicker than others. Some are not.
Okay.
Some are losers. Who cares what he says, though? I can say you killed anybody. Or you can mean do whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I pick and choose who you trust. Or back it up, you know?
Okay.
But it's unfortunate he said that. I don't know why he would.
Okay.
Maybe he just wanted me the hell out of there, huh?
Did you guys not
We're
get
not
along?
friends anymore.
Okay. Then why would you go up there if you weren't friends anymore?
I'm not really from here. I just got my girl. You know, people respect me. So I don't have friends, like I said. So just do what I want.
Okay.
As the footage continues, Wade maintains this streak of lies, trying to keep his story in check.
That you hooked up with last night? Was already borrowed?
I don't really know for sure, but it looks like it.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
So you did go back.
For a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
And I left.
Who's we?
Me, her friends, or her friend,
Her friend.
I think, yeah. I think it was just one.
Just one?
Mm-hmm.
So you and her friend, and
We fucked up before then.
so you met her before?
No.
Earlier in the night, you mean?
We hooked up earlier in the night.
Okay.
I've never met this girl. I don't even want to know her, to be honest with you. But we hooked up earlier in the night at the guy's house
At the
that I
guy's
was telling you about.
Okay, so when you say you hooked up, you had sex with her.
Yeah, of course. That's when you hook up.
I gotta be clear, man.
No. Did it all. Sucked my dick, hooked up.
Did you use a condom?
No. Probably should have.
Maybe.
Would have been smart. Probably should have.
All right. So you guys have sex at this guy's house. I know, I'm sorry, it's so cold in here.
It's okay.
You guys have sex at this guy's house.
Yeah.
And then you go back to her house.
Yeah.
How'd you get back to her house?
We Ubered.
You Ubered back to her house. Okay.
My car was out of gas, remember?
Right, you told me that.
Yeah.
But I just wasn't sure because she had a car. So where was her car? At her house?
At the house, yeah.
Okay. All right.
And that's when she let me take it. I didn't really want to hang around. And then I asked her if I could use it, you know, so I could get like my priorities and as well get my car the hell out of there. I don't have like AAA or anything. Plus my girl was going to be pissed. Plus my girl would be really pissed.
Yeah.
So this is like all not good, you know. So she let me do that. And I don't know what time I left at, you know, honestly. Probably early. We stay up late. I always do, you know. I'm a night crawler.
When you were out of the Buddha all night?
Yeah.
And then you guys went out after the Buddha?
Yeah.
And then you went back to her house, so it's probably getting super
Probably not.
early into the morning now.
Sure. Of course.
Did you get any sleep at all yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to sleep. I feel good.
All right.
I'm tired now, but you know, it's late. Yeah.
All right. So, did you talk to your girl after you left her, because that's when the alleged altercation occurred in Fort Myers Police Department was called.
Yeah.
And then after the cop, as you call him, tried to tase you and you left.
He was just triggered. He was jerky. He had those eyes. And then
Okay. After that, did you call Mila from her phone again?
I don't know, dude.
Okay. Did you have
No, I didn't. I only called her when I was with her with her phone. I don't know when I had called her again. I think I just met with her, dude. We had one in the spa. I mean, you can check her phone, whatever. Look it up. I don't want to lie to you.
Okay.
I went to the spa. Mila wasn't there. Next thing I know, I'm at Joe's Crab Shack. Here's a cop. I know the games Mila plays. I don't care. You know?
Is the spot near the Joe's Crab Shack?
Yeah, it's right. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't work there, so.
It's right across the street.
Okay.
Mila was just playing games with me, trying to get me arrested and stuff or whatever. So come here and meet me here, do this, do that. And I could tell. So I don't really care. I don't want to play games, you know.
That's a girlfriend for you?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Sorry, I'm talking to her.
I'll listen if you want to talk.
Yeah.
So you don't remember?
How you doing?
Huh?
How you doing?
Yeah. So you don't remember if you called her after you left the Fort Myers cop?
I don't know if I called her. I don't know if she called her again. I don't know if the dude that I met, because he had my girl's number. I used his phone. I don't know how many times anybody called my chick, or if it was me.
If you're familiar with Robert Greene's book, The Art of Seduction, you might see Wade fitting the archetype of the rake. History has given us many notorious rakes, but now we have a new addition. This would later help explain why some women became so obsessed with him that they even started a petition to release him from jail.
So here's the thing.
What's up?
You might as well just get right to it.
This is what I like.
Okay?
Work with me.
Her car was left there, right? We can't find her.
Her car was left there.
Her car was left at Mateo's,
Yeah.
right?
This way.
We can't get a hold of her. We can't find her anymore. Okay? So we went to her house. Okay? Do you know what we found when we got to her house?
Mm.
She's dead.
What do you mean? She's dead?
Mm-hmm.
At her house?
At her house.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. When did you find her dead? You found her dead?
Yes, sir, we did.
Did you find her?
I didn't find her, but I was there.
You were there?
Yes, sir.
You don't have to call me sir.
It's a habit, I'm sorry.
I know. We're from the South. I know.
So.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate.
I hate to hear that about anybody.
Mm-hmm. So that's what we're talking about. Okay.
No, that's not what we're talking
Well,
about.
that's what I'm here to talk about.
Because I know nothing of that.
Okay.
It's unfortunate for anybody. And I'm sorry to hear that.
Okay. So you don't know anything about
But you
her?
and I are not talking about something that I don't have knowledge of.
Okay.
That's what you're talking about, not what we're talking about.
Okay, well, that's what I would like to talk about. Is that fair? For me to say?
It's not fair. Because now you're being unreasonable to me.
No, I'm not trying to be unreasonable. What I'm saying
In
is...
a way, in a fashion. I don't...
No, I'm not
If I
trying
knew
to...
anything about that, I could assist you and let you know.
Okay.
Or if I had any inclination of maybe what occurred. Or a guy, maybe the guy we hung out last with.
You don't know his name?
I don't. He was a creeper, to be honest with you. And we all left his house. None of us liked him. He even creeped me the fuck out. Very weird, very strange. I didn't like him at all.
Do you remember his name at all?
I really f***ing know that. You know what? You kind of probably need to, huh?
It'd be helpful.
Yeah. You don't know where he lives? You haven't got in contact with him? He's a fucking weirdo. And now that you tell me that she's dead, I'll take you to his house. You wanna go?
So you think...
You wanna take a ride? I'm not gonna tell you where it's at because I don't know. Whatever he wanted to do, I don't know what he did. It's his own business, Whatever he did is probably something that I don't like, which is why I said he's a creeper. Just had a weird vibe. Either he wanted me to watch me fuck this girl, or he was one of those guys that has ulterior motives or something. And so we all left.
He's now trying to point the finger at someone else, but his tactic is doomed to fail.
Where my car broke down at
Okay.
was his road.
Okay.
And visually I could see it. And when we left his house and we got in the Uber, she left some shit in his house. We had to get out of the Uber and find his house again. So I had to actually physically find it, which took a while. But I found it again.
Okay.
So I could find it again. I know exactly what it looks like, all the way at the end of the road. Know right where it's at.
Did you take the Uber from his house or from your car? I'm sorry, I'm confused.
This is what we did. My car was at his house.
The car was at this guy's house. Okay.
My car was at the house when we got there. That's how we got there. And we left in my car, and we just backed out of the driveway. Excuse me. And started going down the road, and we didn't make it far. My car died. We didn't make it to the gas station, so we broke on his road. 10 houses down, 5 houses down. And we called from the Uber from there. And the Uber guy came and we said, can we find this house? And it took like 20 minutes. The three of us couldn't remember. I didn't know which house it was. I went out to everyone and I couldn't find it. Finally I did at the very end of the road. I know right where it's at.
Who got the Uber?
She did.
She got the Uber? Okay. Mm-hmm. So what if I told you that Mila said that you called her after?
Mila says a lot of shit too. She's done this to me many times.
It sounds like you guys have got a pretty rocky relationship off and on, right?
She's unstable, and I'm not the best, I guess, but she's unstable as f***.
So what if I told you that she said that you called and said that you killed somebody and that you needed her to get you a bus ticket to get you out of here?
I didn't tell her I killed anybody, but I told her I needed a bus ticket.
Okay. Where were you going?
I didn't tell her I killed it, wherever. The only reason was for me and her going through it. I didn't want to go back to jail again for fucking hitting her, because she's done this once to me before and said I did it when I didn't and sent me to jail. And then she dropped the charges.
Okay.
I didn't want to go to jail again. So I told her, and you know what? If she's so saying this now, she's just hearing all the rah-rah that's blowing up and people are just talking shit now. It's irrelevant. Prove it, bullshit. And the only reason she's saying that is because I think now, at this point, maybe she's supposed to fuck me up, fuck me over. But the only thing I told her was, can you give me a bus ticket out of here? Because I don't want to go back to jail. Because the scene that was caused earlier at the spot.
Okay. The argument between the two of you?
Big scene. Oh, big scene, dude.
Okay.
Huge fucking scene. I better get out of here or I'm going to go to fucking jail today.
Huge scene like her at her
spa.
Between the two of you?
For sure. People filming it.
Oh, really?
Her
See, I didn't
yelling.
know.
It's huge.
Okay, I had no idea.
So that's all I told her. If she wants to say I said I killed somebody or something, well, you should get fucking, if that's the type of dude that apparently you're saying that I am, maybe you should have an audio recorder on your phone if I say this stuff all the time. Or if you now are just going to throw me out as a bad guy. Prove it. Send you the fucking audio clip. I bet she won't, because she's lying. And I don't really care. Doesn't matter to me. So, the only reason I wanted a bus ticket is so I don't go to jail, because I already have for her.
Wade, who tells the police there should be an audio clip of him admitting to a murder over the phone, is ironically the same person who later confesses his crimes on a call. And here's that clip.
What is going on? How did this happen? How did this happen?
I don't know, dude.
How did you do this? How? Let's tell me. I want answers.
You want answers? Well, remember when I went to that dude's house or whatever?
Well, then tell me what happened then. I just lived it.
Killed the...
Why, Wade? Why?
Because we went to this dude's house, Mila, and remember when he kept showing us the pictures? Oh, I got this, or whatever?
Yes.
So I went to his house and I did a lot of it. Like, he was giving me a lot. And I was doing a lot of...
Why did you kill the girl?
Huh?
Why did you kill that girl?
I shouldn't have. I'm wrong.
Tell me what happened. Did you have sex with her? You went and killed her? What?
No, I didn't have sex with her. I killed her, though.
Why? Why, Wade?
Because I was freaking out on those drugs. Whatever he gave me must have been like bath salts or something else.
Okay.
It wasn't.
What happened to where you grab a knife and stab her? What happened?
I didn't stab her. Who said I stabbed her?
People keep saying you stabbed the girl. How'd you kill her?
No.
You choked her out.
I choked her out until she died. Until she was dead.
I knew that you were going to do that to me one day.
Neela, I was never going to do that to you, babe.
Well, he was indeed going to do that to her. After leaving the house of a man who was an actual drug supplier, Wade and Christine went back to her place. Sometime around midnight, when Christine fell asleep and was at her most vulnerable, Wade choked and strangled her to death. Later, he tried to move her body into the trunk of her car, which he later drove to meet Mila. However, due to rigor mortis setting in, he couldn't fit the body into the trunk, so he left it behind and fled the scene. But before confessing this to Melissa, there was someone else to whom he revealed everything, the very person whose efforts ultimately led to his arrest.
What about your father?
What about him?
I got a phone call from him.
Cool.
And he said that you called him very upset.
Very upset. That's cool. My dad's a dick anyways. He's alright though. But
He said that you made some concerning statements to him as well.
you should call him right now and ask him about that.
Okay.
Let's see.
I did talk to him.
Well, we should have done that together if we're gonna talk about this.
So,
Because other than that, I don't know what you're talking about.
so your dad's lying to me too?
We should talk to him together.
Well, I tried calling him a little bit ago again whenever we found
Did he
you.
answer?
And he did not answer when we found you, no. But I talked to him.
Funny.
How do you think we found you?
For my dad.
Correct.
Because he never talks to me. I talk to him once every 6 months.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I asked him to give me a ticket to get me out of here. You know, I'm going to jail. I ran from a fucking cop in a car. Of course. I ran. It's no bigger than this.
Alright.
You're bumming the wrong thing.
Okay.
You're hitting the wrong dude. And I don't really care. I know I'm going to jail on probation. I ran from a cop, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, let me get the hell on a bus.
I got Josh.
Yeah.
And I got your father saying that you called told all three of them that you killed somebody tonight.
My dad said it?
Yeah.
I didn't tell my dad that. They all just do this to me, honestly. It's nothing new. It's really not. They've done this to me before. Do whatever you gotta do. I'll show you where they got this. Do your little search, check it out. You'll find out I have no piece of it, so your dilemma will be no dilemma. It should be, you have a dilemma. You'll figure it out.
Now my understanding is in that house, I wasn't there, so I don't know yet, but in that house where they found you, that you have some clothes in there with blood on them.
In the house where I was at?
Yes, the house where they got you at tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. How did that blood get on your clothes?
I'm not sure.
Is it your blood?
I don't know.
Okay.
That I'm not sure about.
Okay. Did you get into any accidents tonight other than what's on your hands? Is there any place where you're bleeding
Listen,
from?
I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Please.
You can test the blood or whatever. It's not hers. I didn't do anything wrong. Okay.
Okay.
And probably is blood, because with the whole Mila situation I blew up today, I saw cops everywhere. I jumped a couple fences, cut my hands. When I saw Josh, it was because I jumped over a razor wire fence.
Okay.
And I just slit my hands open and I was bleeding.
So you were doing push-ups?
I had to fucking kill anybody. Yeah. No, these are from push-ups.
Oh, okay.
A week ago. But I cut my hands on the barbed wire.
Okay.
And I just was bleeding. Not because I did anything wrong, man.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? This is...
That's why I'm asking you.
The piece it together.
So far, Wade has had time to play around and carefully choose his words. But watch closely as his demeanor and his voice shift when a male detective enters the room. He begins to feel threatened and intimidated under a male presence, and the mask he's worn starts to crumble.
Detective Bell is just taking care of something real quick. We are doing a DNA warrant, so a forensic tech will be here shortly just to get some photographs and stuff. No big deal.
Okay, cool. No big deal.
What time did you say you left her house with her car?
No idea, man.
Okay.
I don't even know.
Light out, dark out, the sun up, sun down.
She already asked me that.
Sorry?
I told her, she already asked me that question. I told her it was fairly dark out.
Okay, dark.
Yeah, she already asked me that question.
Fine.
I don't want to reiterate things. I'm
That's fine.
tired. Not to be, rude.
Nah, I mean, we're good. Oh, did she tell you the charges?
She did not. I asked her when I first got here. She didn't tell me. Battery, I think she said or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's the Fort Myer charges, right? Burglary to the residence, obviously here in the Cape. The theft of that stuff there.
Nice.
Makes sense. I think there's theft of a firearm.
No, there should not be.
Tow place.
How? Just because you said one's missing? I didn't take a firearm.
I said it was there before you sat there, and then it was gone after you left.
I don't have a firearm. They didn't find one, so they can't be charged with that.
Well,
they didn't find one on me.
Can be charged with it.
If I say you took a firearm, you can't be charged with taking a firearm. Okay, whatever. Whatever, sure, I'll be it.
Yeah, not a big deal.
Throw it on. Whatever you want to do.
And then as soon as we're done typing up the other charge, obviously the most important one.
Yes, so, if you say so.
No, I can read it to you if you want.
I'm good. Oh.
To say below is a brief description of the latest act of...
What I said, I'm good at. Do you hear me? I don't want to hear it anymore. You can read it to yourself. You don't have to be a smart guy.
I'm not
I came
being
in here
smart.
and was polite and talked.
You've been very polite.
Okay, then.
I'm not being not polite.
I don't want to hear your shit, man.
We're waiting for the, well.
If you say you want to hear it and I say no, then I don't want to hear it, man. Yep.
Okay.
Cool, read it to yourself. Be a man, don't act like a child. Just do
Well,
that.
I mean, being man is not being women.
Just be a difference. Just be a man.
Don't act like a child.
I'm not sure what that means.
I know, so just read it to yourself then.
He is slowly showing his anger and is agitated now because he knows he's doomed.
The shoes aren't yours then either, right?
All this shit, man. I'll see you in trial. Suck my dick, bitch.
The items you're wearing, they belong to you or they don't?
They do.
Before you said they didn't.
I'm a liar, right?
I never said you were lying, did I?
I do.
I'm asking you about the clothes. I've never said you were a liar.
These are my clothes. Suck my dick. Go ahead, say one more comment. You're that typical, atypical, intelligent man. Go ahead, say one more comment because you are a little d. You have to say one more. Go ahead. I'll take you to trial and I'll be proof. Go ahead. What do you want to say?
I wasn't going to say
anything. What are you with? Nothing?
No.
Incredible.
Why would I say anything?
I don't know. I usually would. Go ahead. One more.
One more why? I'm trying to figure out what you want me to say. I'm trying to figure out the clothes.
Whatever you want to fill your mouth with, though.
The interrogation wraps up here, but one crucial detail didn't emerge until much later. Among the two women reported missing, one was Christine, whose body was found, and the other was 43-year-old Diane Ruiz, a mother of two. It remains unclear when Diane was murdered. Did Wade kill her before or after meeting Melissa? What is known is that Diane met a tragic end. Wade had approached her under the pretense of asking for directions, and when she got into the car, he choked her. While disposing of her body, he realized she was still alive. In a horrific act, he placed her on the road and ran her over multiple times until only her remains were left. Her purse was later discovered on a nearby road through which she was identified. This is the kind of man who is defended by many women across all social media platforms. Wade's trial began on June 1st, 2024, and concluded with a guilty verdict on June 12th.
Very, very significant. It's the most significant thing that has ever happened to you in your life.
Interrogated here is Anthony Sowell. What began as a horrifying discovery of 6 bodies was only the beginning. As detectives delved deeper into the case, they would soon uncover a total of 11 bodies in his house of horrors, cementing his place in history as one of the most barbaric serial killers in America's history. But this was just the beginning of the harrowing revelations that lay ahead. Answers to these questions left even the detectives horrified.
She fell out the window upstairs on the second floor. Okay. She laying on the ground, but her neck.
On October 20th, 2009, Sean Morris leaped from the second-story window of 12205 Imperial Avenue in Cleveland, Ohio, escaping the grasp of 50-year-old Anthony to save her life. Just a month earlier, on September 22nd, Latundra Billups too had managed to escape and bravely reported her ordeal. Yet over a month passed before an action was taken. On October 29th, Special Victims Unit detectives finally secured a search warrant for Anthony's home. Inside, they discovered 2 decomposing bodies. Just 2 days later, on October 31st, Anthony was arrested and brought in for questioning. The reign of terror that had once seemed unstoppable finally.
You obviously know everything that we already know also. Okay? But I appeal to you, and I like to appeal to you, you know, to the better side, to the good side of Anthony. And you obviously know, you've seen the news in the last couple of days, or you've just been walking around. Family, have you talked to your family members lately? No, nobody? Okay.
Just been walking around?
So we know you hadn't come back to the house, and I was just curious to why you hadn't come back to the house.
My house?
Yeah.
I'm hardly there.
Okay.
How are you?
Okay.
You ain't taking any medication? Any medication you got to have every day?
What is your medication for?
Heart.
Okay.
Heart medication.
What type of heart condition do you have?
I got a pacemaker.
Oh, you do? When did you get that?
2007.
2007. Hey, man, when did you come out of the service? I see you Marine Corps.
Yeah.
Hey, you did a re-enlistment or one term? When you come out?
85.
85. My hats off to you, man.
In 1985, Anthony returned to Cleveland after being discharged from the Marines. 4 years later, in 1989, he lured a woman named Melvette Sockwell to his home, where he raped and tortured her. At the time of the attack, Melvette was 3 months pregnant. Although he was arrested for the assault, a plea bargain reduced the charge to attempted rape, resulting in a 15-year prison sentence. Anthony was released in 2005 as a registered sex offender, but shockingly, his DNA was never entered into the system. The detectives carefully ease into their questioning, working to build rapport with Anthony in hopes of gaining his trust, ultimately leading him to reveal everything they need. Anthony Sowell assaulted and murdered 11 women between 2007 and 2009, leaving a trail of devastation that would forever haunt their families and the city of Cleveland. Desperate for answers, detectives sought to reach whatever humanity remained in Anthony, emphasizing that identifying his victims was the only way to bring closure to their grieving loved ones.
Let's try this. We're going to make this real simple so it won't be complicated for you. At some point in time, you started meeting some young ladies, and you say Jermaine was meeting some young ladies and bringing them over. So maybe kind of go back a little bit, kind of shake up your memory a little bit and what you can clearly remember or some memories of what you have or the circumstances or how you met them or where you met them and how they came to be over there and what names they may have given you, would help us a lot. And it would help you and it would change the trial.
I don't remember no names.
You remember?
I don't remember how I met them. All I can remember is all I got visions of faces.
Okay.
Now if you got a picture, I might can help.
Well, what about the visions? Tell me something about some of the visions you had.
I see faces.
Okay.
I don't even know these people. I'm like, I just black out when I come to it. Like everything's.
The person that you met, you remember anything about that situation?
The last person I was with.
Yeah, the most recent one, maybe. I'm just trying to sort of jog your memory a little bit to see.
I remember her name was Sean.
Sean?
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with her. She's okay.
Sean's okay?
Yeah, I called her last week, I think.
Yeah. Oh, you did call her? Okay. Now, you talked to her on the phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
What about the ones that's not okay? Okay, their last time.
I don't know no names.
Well, just tell me about it. You don't have to have.
Just tell us about how you met. You know what? Names are probably difficult because especially if you just met.
Most of them will come up to me. Or say something to me. Yeah.
Proposition you for money or or to get high.
Drugs.
Okay.
Some drugs. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, when was the last time one proposition you came up to you for drugs or money or what have you that they're not okay now?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Like,
you can't remember. I'm not naming.
Wait.
Yeah, take your time. Relax.
In a desperate bid to save her life, Sean leaped from a second-story window, fleeing Anthony's clutches. Moments later, surveillance cameras captured him in pursuit, a chilling glimpse into the horrors unfolding inside his home.
And the names may come to you later, but the incident itself, how did you meet this person? This person came to you. That's what we need to do.
Can you remember? You have memories of where these bodies were positioned in your house, though, don't you?
I don't know.
Okay. When did you start maybe not remembering where they were? At some point in time, you
when I woke up, it was a dream or something. I always wake up.
Okay.
I always,
well,
like be in my bed or something. But I wake up and
this is not going to be pleasant. It's not pleasant for us, and I'm sure it's not pleasant for you. But we know that you conceal some of the bodies. You know that, right?
Yes.
You don't remember? You conceal any of the bodies? None whatsoever.
What about the basement of the house? Okay. You know how your basement is made, you go down and do the work.
exactly what I'm saying. Yeah.
There was a body.
What can you remember about it? Was it a female? Can you remember that?
Investigators turned their focus to Anthony's personal life. His girlfriend ended their relationship in 2008, a breakup that seemed to mark a turning point in his behavior. Detectives speculated that this heartbreak may have pushed him over the edge, transforming him into the monster he would become. Determined to uncover the truth, they pressed further into this critical detail. But even more disturbing discoveries were yet to surface.
Now, after she left, after you all broke up, that's when all these things start happening to you and people start disappearing, so to speak. Yes. Okay. It was one other thing that bothered me too. Maybe you can help us out on this. There was a body outside that was found in the yard, in the rear yard. And same manner. Can you remember how that occurred? In the backyard.
I was blank.
Yeah, we understand. I can understand that.
And I'll wake up and I'll be like,
what did you think about the reason why we're going to stick with this for a while is when we were out there and we were finding bodies and bringing them out, there were a parade of women, parade of guys, people, and they had, we don't have the pictures, but they had names and pictures. We're going to get the pictures and maybe later on we can bring them to you and show them to you. But they were very concerned. And we're concerned too because you're seeing a lot of people out here with the suffering and grief that they haven't seen their loved ones in a year or 6 months or whatever. So we're trying to give them some satisfaction. So, and I know you saying you blanked out and you got a limited recall as to who, whom, or what. But as difficult as it is, try to describe something.
The detectives turned their attention to an unsettling question. How had the smell of the decomposing bodies gone unnoticed? The foul odor had been a persistent issue on Imperial Avenue, prompting visits from health inspectors. However, the blame was placed on Ray's Sausage, a business next to Anthony's home. The company spent nearly $200,000 upgrading its ventilation system to resolve the problem. Yet the horrific stench of rotting flesh continued to haunt the neighborhood. However, the horrifying truth about Anthony's victims and the unimaginable suffering they endured in their final moments was about to be revealed.
Go ahead, Nick.
Go ahead. You don't look.
I'm gonna ask you some questions.
You don't ring any bell.
Go ahead, Nick. Let's go back to what we was talking about. Now, you said with the girlfriend that and you would meet these females and they would come to the house. And sometimes things would happen, sometimes things would not. Sometimes bad things would happen, sometimes good things would happen. Now we found more than one body in the house. And I asked you about how many bodies do you think could possibly be in that house? And you said you didn't know. Then I asked you about how many bodies could be outside the house. And you said you didn't know, and then you mentioned 10.
No, I'm just saying. I don't know. I was giving you a number. I don't know.
Okay.
No more than.
No more than.
No.
I'm talking about everything.
No more
than. Might even be close to 10. I'm not.
Okay. Well, I'm talking about like the inside the house.
I don't know. I'm just saying. That's the best I can say.
What would make you say the number 10 though? Just
I don't know if it's something. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Are you at this point in time thinking about the locations and where they were?
Just from what I've been told.
Okay, what you've been told?
Well, let's go some more with the truth. We're going to tell you where they were when we found it. And some of the situations. Obviously, you know that we talked about 2 buried bodies, one in the backyard and one on the basement stairs. So we had to dig the shovels. Bodies you had to dig deep enough and throw enough dirt.
The detectives also shared their harrowing accounts of the day they entered the House of Horrors, a scene of unimaginable dread that would haunt them forever.
There was a mound of dirt that was found in the basement behind the stairwell, which was unusual. And this dirt, I went down there, I looked at it, and the dirt was on top of the concrete floor. You know, you think maybe it's another body there or whatever.
The mere sight of the house evoked unspeakable horror. With every discovery inside, the detective's sense of dread deepened as the true extent of the nightmare began to unfold.
2 bodies the first day, a third body in back of the stairwell, a red bucket about maybe a foot high, was a skull. Yeah. Everywhere you stepped on rat feces, flies were hanging from the ceiling, and the stench. You had decomposed substances that came from the body. You found the other body in the bag, 2 or 3 feet away from another body, and then to find an additional body in the crawl space with the same type of dirt that was in the basement. So now you have 1, 2, 3, 4 bodies upstairs, 1 and a skull in the basement. Now you can imagine what your mind is thinking. Right. So where else? Yeah. And that's what prompted us to look throughout the house.
Oh, so many dreams.
So many dreams?
Mm-hmm. Every night.
Every night you have a dream? Can you tell us about one of the dreams?
All I know is that
that you heard something? Each of these dreams you heard somebody?
In your dreams, how did you heard them? Tell us how you heard them.
You don't know how you heard them? Did the dreams say that you shot them? Did the dreams say that you stabbed them? Did the dreams say that you beat them up? Did the dreams say that you choked them with your hands? Okay. So you manually did it with your hands. So you heard them with your hands. Okay. Would those dreams say that you punched them with a fist? Would those dreams say that you choked them with the hands? You choked them with the hands, that's what these dreams would say? Okay. And each of these dreams were the same as far as you using your hands?
No weapons.
No weapons whatsoever? Okay. No knives, no guns, but it's just with your hands?
No, we found a lot of knives upstairs from those bodies. So you're telling us that you did nothing with them? No knives, no nothing else. That wasn't your style.
There's a lot of knives.
Yeah. Now, see, Tom.
Sharp knife?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know you're concerned about what's going to happen with you as time goes on. I know you mentioned just, what do you expect is going to happen?
I'm just certain.
Tell me what?
I'm just certain.
No, it's not going to be. We don't want this to be no circus. That's why he and I are here.
Anthony described his heinous acts as nothing more than vivid dreams, a possible facade meant to suggest memory loss or insanity, a trait commonly found among narcissists and psychopaths. Detectives, however, shifted their focus to the striking similarities among his victims, hoping these patterns could reveal more about his motives and methods.
You're not sure, but you know your hands were involved in doing that. And it wasn't choking. It wasn't no slapping or hitting or
stabbing or shooting. It was actually choking. Okay. And these
No baseball bats.
no baseball, no objects used, but they were females.
Yeah.
All black females.
Yes.
No designated age or what have you, just all ages.
Nobody young.
Nobody young. When you say young, Tom, what do you mean? Under the age of what?
I'll say 20.
Under 20?
Well, that's young, but I'm talking about no kids and nothing like that.
Yeah, no children. No. All adults. Would they be young as far as 20? 24, 25? Would they be young stuff like that? Me and you about the same age.
I don't think so.
So it would be like 30 and up?
Yeah.
Okay. And mostly street walkers out in the street, drug users? Okay.
Anthony preyed on the most vulnerable victims, women struggling with addiction, homelessness, or difficult circumstances, making them easy targets for his horrific crimes. He fits the profile of a disorganized serial killer, someone who acts on impulse rather than meticulously planning their crimes.
I know this ain't easy.
I don't remember using.
But you gotta understand,
Okay,
this ain't easy for me either.
Okay, I don't remember using, but maybe I did. Maybe. But I'm just saying, nobody was.
What do you?
All of us strangled.
From what I told you, to throw into your memory bank that she was strangled with something around her neck. What do you think you would have strangled her with, Tom? See, you gotta make this right.
What you
gotta make this right. It's okay, but you. I don't know. In my mind, in my heart, I don't know what's in your mind and in your heart, but you gotta make this right. In my mind, in my heart, that's what you do. It's just gotta be right. It's gotta be right before we finish this up.
You can't make nothing happen that if
I know what you're saying, but
see, every time I get it, you think like I can just, and everything is so, it's not clear like that.
Why isn't it?
I don't know.
You remember why you got demoted in the military?
That was that was
long ago, Tone. That was a whole lot long ago.
But I wasn't dreaming about no military. I lived military.
You lived this.
I know, but it's different.
You lived this.
It's different, man.
Yeah, it's the most significant thing that has ever happened to you in your life. In your 50 years of living, 6 dead bodies are very, very significant. They are like concrete, like glue. They're stuck. They're not going nowhere for the rest of your life. You know they're going to be there forever.
Anthony falls into the profile of a power or control motivated serial killer. Unlike hedonistic killers, his crimes weren't driven by lust, but by a need to dominate his victims completely. And as the voices in his head commanded him to punish and control, his reign of terror only grew darker.
You guys land up in the bed together, y'all go to sleep. She's there when you go to sleep?
Yeah.
She's there when you go to sleep?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Is she laying next to you in the bed when you go to sleep? So,
yeah.
And then when the next thing you know, you woke up and she was gone?
Yeah. I have dreams about it.
You had dreams about it?
What are your dreams telling you? Tell us exactly everything your dreams are saying. Huh?
Punishing her? Yeah. You say you're punishing her?
Punisher.
Punisher. That's what the dreams say, punisher?
Yeah.
What else? That's it? That's all you dream?
That's all I
What, is this somebody talking to you saying punish her, or you dream the word punish her? Who talking to you saying punish her?
I don't want to say.
You don't want to say? I thought you wanted to help us.
That has nothing to do with that.
Yes, it does. Now you don't want to tell us anything.
That has nothing to do with.
What does it have to do with, Tom? Now you just told me 5 minutes ago you want to help us.
I'm helping you try to identify.
No, you're not.
What type of punishment is the voice saying to do to her? What is the voice telling you to do to her in your dream? Is it telling you to slap her around? Is it telling you to kick her out the house? What is the dream telling you to do to her? The dream telling you to hurt her?
Yes. I think choke.
The dream told you to choke her?
Thank you. Yes.
Yes. So in the dream, did you choke her? I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what. If the dream told you to choke her, and you choked her, that damn dream is over when you start hauling that damn dirt up there, putting it on the damn body.
The detectives grew increasingly frustrated with the lack of progress in the case. It wasn't until much later that the full, horrifying details of Anthony's crimes finally came to light.
What we determined was that he would start out having oral sex with them, and then he would have with them after that, and then he would sodomize them after that. That was his MO. During that is when the ligature would come out. That's when his deviant nature became extreme.
He knew how to get next to them. He knew how to make them feel comfortable. And he knew at what time to approach them. That was his technique.
Can you imagine that you are being invited somewhere to a person that's friendly and being friendly to you, and you get inside and they close the door and all of a sudden they become something that you never experienced and been exposed to? I mean, the complete terror of it, and you have nowhere to go. You're stuck. He went from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
This is probably one of the most horrific cases ever. Mm-hmm. You guys
in
said.
America,
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
In Cleveland, that's a fact. This was a man possessed with 2 evils. He raped them and killed them. 11 of them.
But give us. Y'all keep hearing this over and over, and y'all not listen to me.
Yeah, we heard you, Tone.
Man, I do not know everything. I'm trying to remember all the codes, everything. Oh my goodness.
We heard you tell us you can't remember nothing about these 6 females.
It's like it's all running to.
It ain't running nothing.
Okay.
Here I ask you, I say, well, how did you kill number 1? I don't know. How did you kill number 2?
I don't even remember.
I don't know.
I don't even
How did
actually
you kill number 3?
I don't even remember actually killing nobody.
How did you kill number 4? I don't know. How did the dirt get up in your house on the 3rd floor in the crawl space above a body, on the body? I don't know. How did the dirt get downstairs in the basement underneath the 7-step stairwell on top of a body? I don't know. How did the body get dug up out of your backyard? I don't know. What kind of shit is that, man?
All you know now is trying to save your damn ass.
Save my ass. How can I save my ass? My life is over with.
But then tell us about these girls.
Okay.
It ended.
How did it happen?
Now you done got selfish because you don't want to tell us about these girls. That is totally unnecessary.
Then you want to tell us it's because you didn't have exchange sex and drugs. I think you're just using it as an excuse. I think it might have been more than that. I think it might have been more than that. I think you
Whatever it
just
is,
settling
man.
on that. At
Give
this
us
point.
these girls, man.
Okay. Is that what it was? Or you just settling on it? Are you thinking, Tone, or are you just being hard-headed?
And I'm about being hard.
Give us these girls.
Think?
Give us these
I'm
girls.
trying to help you as best I
Give
could.
us these girls, man, before the night is over. This gonna go into another day without us getting these girls. Give us to them. What's the issue about you giving us these girls? What's the major hang-up about you giving us these girls?
I'm trying to. Yes, I was.
No, Tom, you never tried.
After more than 6 hours of interrogation, the detectives concluded their session without obtaining any concrete admissions. However, when the trial began in June 2011, it marked a turning point, empowering the surviving victims to step forward and testify with courage.
It was just like dark and gloomy. After he took that hit, he turned around and punched me in my face and told me to take my clothes off. He said, "Bitch, take your clothes off." And he proceeded to rape me over and over and over again. Nobody help me. Nobody help me. He just started strangling me for saying, "Bitch, stop screaming, you finna die." And I'm grabbing at his face and clawing at his face, clawing at his eyes, strangling me. And I'm almost gone.
I'd seen him in the area. If anybody know that area was a high drug rated area. I wanted to use his phone. At first he acted like he was trying to help me fix the car. I didn't panic. That was pitiful.
Today, Melvette has transformed her pain into purpose, dedicating her life to an empowerment center where she helps women break free from life on the streets.
Tundra Billups came into court and testified that on September 22, 2009, she went to the house at 12205 Imperial with the defendant to drink and get high. She testified that at that point he hit her hard on the side of her face and told her to take off her clothes. As he was penetrating her, he put an extension cord around her neck and began to squeeze it until she could not breathe.
The negligence surrounding Anthony's case became a catalyst for a deeper investigation into the Cleveland Police Department's handling of assaults and missing person reports. It was revealed that the department's Crimes and Child Abuse Unit was severely overwhelmed, with just 13 detectives tasked with managing approximately 1,400 reported cases annually. Lacking basic technology and adequate training, delays in investigations were inevitable. So many cases were closed with little to no follow-up. Compounding the issue was a staggering backlog of more than 4,000 untested assault kits, highlighting systemic failures that left countless victims without justice.
We're here to announce an 85-count indictment against Anthony Soule, who was responsible for Cleveland's heinous crimes. A Cuyahoga County grand jury has returned an indictment against this monster for brutalizing 3 women, 2 who've been raped, and murdering 11 more. Soule preyed upon vulnerable females, luring them into his house. Once inside, he tormented them, threatened them, and assaulted them. He murdered 11 of them.
Crystal Dozier was last heard of on May 17, 2007. Deshauna Culver was last seen sometime in March. LaShonda Long disappeared in the summer of 2000. Michelle Mason went missing in October. Nancy Cobb's body was found wrapped inside 6. Janice Webb was last seen on June 20. Felicia Fortson was last seen by her daughter. Tanya Carmichael was last seen. Kim Smith. There was a ligature in the form. Melda Hunter was last seen sometime. Diane Terman was last seen in late August, early September 2000.
Anthony pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity, but after 15 hours of deliberation, the jury rejected his defense and found him guilty. Anthony was convicted on 81 charges, including aggravated murder, assault, kidnapping, and abuse of a corpse.
With respect to the matter of State of Ohio versus Anthony Soule, we, the jury, being duly impaneled and sworn, do hereby find that the aggravating circumstances which the defendant was found guilty of committing do outweigh the mitigating factors presented in this case by proof beyond a reasonable doubt. We therefore unanimously find that the sentence of death should be imposed upon the defendant, Anthony Soule.
Is there anything you want to say to families of victims?
The only thing I want to say is that I'm sorry. I know that might not sound like much, but I truly am sorry from the bottom of my heart. This is not typical of me. I don't know what happened, I can't explain it. But I know it's not a lot, but that's all I can give you.
On January 2021, Anthony was transferred to the Franklin Medical Center in Columbus due to an unspecified terminal illness. Just weeks later, on February 8, 2021, he died at the age of 61 while in prison custody, passing away before the state could carry out his execution. Anthony's actions epitomized pure evil.
So he does his own thing, she does her own thing.
This is 41-year-old Ashley MacArthur, a former crime scene investigator, laughing during an interrogation about her missing friend, Taylor Wright. On September 8, 2017, in Pensacola, Florida, Ashley was last seen with Taylor. Taylor had recently moved in with Cassandra, her girlfriend, who grew uneasy as the text messages she received from Taylor were different than her usual way of texting. Cassandra finds out that her girlfriend had been in a financial dispute of $34,000 with Ashley.
Talking about how she felt like something just wasn't right with Ashley. She wasn't sure if Ash had the money or not.
Not long after, an older CCTV footage was found. And to make the situation worse, it was Ashley again.
Somebody harmed her, and she's probably out of that farm.
It was never even around her.
But her casual and cheerful demeanor during the interrogation convinced the detectives that they had found their prime suspect. And soon, detectives uncovered the horrible crime that led to the tragic end of Taylor's life. However, she will be called in for questioning again with more evidence in hand.
I'll start with your relationship to Taylor. Okay. And y'all met how long ago?
About a year ago.
How often did y'all hang out?
Probably once a week, twice a week.
So this whole thing about a safety deposit box of yours, you know anything about that?
Well, Taylor wanted to get a safety deposit box initially, but she didn't want her name or anything to be on anything that Jeff could find.
Sure.
So I was like, we'll just keep it and give it to you or whatever, because I don't know why she didn't keep it. She has a safe.
Yeah. It's odd.
And I don't know if it had to do with she didn't want cats involved with any. I don't know. It's hard to say what was going through her head, because I don't know why she was doing a lot of stuff that she was doing.
So you had the money for, you call what day and how that conversation was brought up, like, hey, throw your hand, it's cool.
Yeah. Well, it was only 20, and then she had other cashier's checks.
So 20 grand and other cashier's checks.
Right.
You know how much money in cashier's checks it was?
Not really. I didn't really look at them.
The detective presses her about the deposit box that Taylor had entrusted her to keep, but she denies any knowledge of the same. The deposit box could be the key behind solving this crime, but was money truly the motive behind this murder? The detective will soon find out.
Do you know who harmed Taylor?
No, I don't. I don't know that she's been harmed.
Did you harm her?
No, I didn't.
You know Cass has harmed her?
No. I wouldn't think so. Like, I don't believe Taylor's been harmed. I think Taylor's doing what Taylor does. But I don't know, the only thing that I can think, Taylor is a very tough person. She's always come across as being tough and never made it anything other than, she's always carrying weapons, whether it's knives or guns or whatever. She's not an easy target. She seems to always have everything together to a degree. The only thing I worry about is with the drug situation. Like, I wouldn't even, if I didn't know about the drug situation, I wouldn't be worried about her. I would say Taylor's doing what Taylor does.
Detectives want to know if Taylor's death was truly drug-related, or was there something more to the story? Ashley's mention of Taylor's indulgence in drugs seems to be a defensive stance and a desperate move to shift the narrative, as she's asked to explain about the money. Moreover, her description of events seems to be inspired from a personal perspective rather than what really happened.
If someone was going to hurt her, who do you think would do it, or who do you think would have done it?
I don't know anybody that would want to hurt her.
We didn't have the most to gain and most motive doing it.
I mean, obviously Jeff is the only person really that has any real interest in. I mean, that's the battle that she's going through. But then, like I said, I hear from her that he's the violent one, and then I hear from what he spoke out that she's the violent one. I don't know. I mean, Taylor's always been very one of those people that wants to appear tough, act tough. I mean, she, tells me about all the SWAT training she has and all her martial arts training and this and that, and, she's super badass and whatever. But that's how she wants to come across, Like, if you look at her life, it's like that. Like, if you're in her car, everything's tactical, everything's like, you know what I'm saying? It's all like super whatever. And that's just how she wants people to see her. There's not a real soft side to Taylor. It's all.
So I was going to ask, have you seen her?
Detectives let her go for now, but with her phone in their possession, they'll soon uncover the shocking details, which will expose her manipulative schemes. After a month, she's called back into the interrogation room.
I went up to the Milton Farm. Do you recall how you got out there? Which?
It's just the interstate or 87.
And how does that? Now that's your family's farm, or is Zach's family?
Mine.
How does that work? Do y'all just kind of go freely when you want, or do you have to tell someone you're coming?
No, I can just go up there.
Does anyone live out there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how long were y'all out there roughly? And this is, you said off of Highway 87, and shows on 90. That stretches all the way out through Milton.
Right.
Okay. And I'm stick around here for the most part.
I'm guessing if you don't know where Tori does on the roof.
Yeah. Yeah, I stayed pretty much where I'm needed. And that's just kind of locally right around here. So, so y'all went out there, 87, 90, and hit the farm. I was there for a couple hours. Do you recall anything, her attitude, or what it was like out there?
I mean, she was just the same. I mean, she wasn't in a bad mood. I mean, she wasn't the happiest I've ever seen her, but she wasn't crabby or...
So you get back to the house, then what?
Then I went inside. And then that's when she left.
Okay. I think you mentioned something about another phone that she may have had. Is that...
Right.
What's going on with that?
I don't know. I've never seen her with it before that day.
Okay.
Her previous knowledge of CSI and police may have drawn her attention towards this loophole in her story. So this time, she brought a second phone to the scene. But the detectives are ready to employ a tactic that most criminals can't withstand: the emotional approach. Will she crumble and confess the truth, or stay firm with her crafted lies?
As a mother yourself, what kind of person do you think it takes to just leave a child like that?
I would say mine.
Do you think that Taylor had that personality, or was that kind of person that she could do that?
Well, I would say no, but I also know that she did tell me that she never wanted children.
And this is her biological child. This wasn't like Jeff's kid.
No,
that she came in the picture. Okay. And
I think she had that discussion maybe with Cass too. I don't know, but we were talking about like her, whether she liked girls or guys and why, and then she said that part of the time she felt like she was with Jeff because she felt like that's what she needed to do. She needed to like get married to the lucky guy and have a child, and but it wasn't like her ultimate lifestyle or whatever.
Like the family.
Right.
Cassandra had a deep understanding that Taylor would not survive a day without texting her little kid, Drake. But Ashley just ignores it like any other details highlighted by the detectives. With no definitive results, the detective moves on to a different approach to bring the truth to life.
Work and how phones communicate with cell towers. Okay. What happens is your phone,
I'm sure
it's still communicating with the tower, even if it's in this building. Sure. It's telling us, that way it knows if you get a call, except the tower is from the string. Okay. And based off that, the tower can tell you what sector of the tower you're communicating with. I'm not an artist, so I'm going to try to do all this the best that I can. So, let's say like the tower's right in the middle, okay? And that tower covers that much area.
Right.
So most towers have 3 different sides on it. So it's going to equal into a pie, like that. And it can tell you if you're on this sector, this sector, or this sector. And we have got all these things right here. I'll show you what it looks like. Are basically what I try to draw. Like right here, at 9:05 in the morning,
right.
Your phone was communicating with this tower.
Gotcha.
And it was somewhere in the sector. Mm-hmm. Probably at your house.
Right.
The phone that Brandon has, we know that you didn't go to Milton when you said you went to Milton. Not when you said you went though.
Oh, well, I don't know.
You went that evening.
Oh, okay.
Around 7:30, 8 o'clock. Maybe you went to dinner out there or something.
We did go to dinner out there.
Who all went to dinner out there with you?
Me and Zach.
You and Zach. Okay. Where'd y'all eat at? I don't even know about that. I have no reason to go to Santa Rosa County. No, I stay out on Walmart there on Blue Angel. I have no reason to leave the area. Okay, so there are some discrepancies, but we'll go over that all with you here in a minute. We're just trying to get everything out here. How often do you talk to this Kyle Brett guy?
Probably a couple times a day.
When I say talk, text or voice.
Right.
Okay. Do you remember talking to him that day on the 8th?
Probably.
You know what y'all spoke about?
Probably school or something.
Do you know if he was at home that day?
I don't think he, but I don't know. I don't think he was
Now, who was Kyle's parents?
my aunt and uncle.
What's their names?
Sharon and Brett.
Kara and Brett. And what's his name?
Carl.
Kara and Carl. Okay. Now, where do they stay?
Jacksonville.
Do they have any property here in Florida?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I should say Florida. Jacksonville is Florida. Any property here in Stanton County?
Yeah.
Okay, where's that at?
That is off of Buell Road too. Or no, off of 297.
Okay. Now, do you travel out there a lot to their property?
Not a whole lot.
Do you travel more to their property or more to your aunt's property in Milton? Okay. When was the last time you think you went out to the property in Buell? Or 297, whatever you call it?
Probably a week or so.
Yeah. Was Kyle there when you went? Okay. So you're just there. What was the purpose of that?
My aunt was here and I thought I'd say hi to him.
Okay. Was she visiting? Dinner or just out to say hello?
We did brunch.
Okay. So you got there up?
Yeah.
Mid-morning? All right. What is Kyle's number? Do you know off the top of your head by chance? Yeah, I couldn't tell you my wife's number if I had to. It's just saved this Nana in my phone. You know if it's a local number or if it's a long distance number?
Kyle Britt, suddenly introduced by the detectives, is Ashley MacArthur's sibling and owner of the property that Taylor and Ashley visited before Taylor's disappearance. Lying at this stage will only increase her tension even further.
Is this that check you were talking about earlier?
Totally could be explained.
Yeah, that's why. I think this is we're trying. Do you know whose signature that is?
That's Taylor's name, but it doesn't really look like her signature.
Would you maybe wrote her name on there by chance?
Probably not.
Okay, look, if y'all are on the account together and you have permission to, that's what we're getting at. Is did you have permission to?
Oh, I didn't. I mean, she told me to deposit all the checks that I deposited. There should be several others.
There are. There's this one, right? You want to put that one in there? Is that clearly Taylor's signature?
I mean, it looks like it. Her signature is usually more bubbly.
But it's different. Oh, so those two signatures are different.
Oh, sure.
Right. Okay. You would agree with that too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. How about this one? Is this one you would have put in there, you think?
Yeah, probably.
And what about that signature?
This is what her signature usually looks like. It's more bubbly.
Well, these two seem more similar than this one to those, right? That's why I was asking earlier if you've ever signed her name to something. Personally, I don't care if she's telling you can, that's fine.
I don't know, but I mean,
feelings with the bank.
she just, I mean, we are.
But is this your signature? To me, that looks more to that kind of writing. Again, I'm not a handwriting expert. I'll never claim to be a handwriting expert. But all these signatures are yours, correct?
Right.
Okay, that's just as so again, it's not an issue with me. I just needed to. If you wrote that, that's fine. I just need to know if you wrote it.
I didn't, but I mean, it doesn't look like her signature to me either.
Did Zach have written her name on there?
I didn't use that account ever.
So,
I mean, I know that I deposited this.
okay. What happened to this money after you deposited it?
A lot of it I used because it was payment for the money that I had been given her.
She knew that you were going to do that with that check?
Okay.
And that's fine. It's a joint account.
That's why we did the account.
Detectives had already got their hands on the evidence against her. A $34,000 check signed by Taylor, which she'd spent the very same day. This was the same money Taylor had withdrawn from her husband's account and had entrusted Ashley to put in a deposit box. However, Ashley had already transferred the money to her own account. Ashley had spent money on Brandon, her boyfriend. Her husband was aware of her relationship, but was unaware that this was the same money given by Taylor to hide.
Your phone number, the 554 number, do you always keep that on you?
Yeah, I reckon.
Do you ever loan it out to anybody?
No.
Okay.
No.
Would you
No.
ever loan it to anybody? Or
No.
do you remember Ashley ever using it, taking it with her?
No. Never.
Okay. Did it ever get lost or stolen or anything to get replaced?
No, not that I recall.
Okay. Do you know a friend named Audrey?
Yeah, that's Ash's friend.
And do you know how she knows Audrey?
From the pool hall.
Have you ever met her before? Yeah. Did she come to your house or?
She come over a few times with Ash.
Would you say that they're close friends?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Have you spoken to Audrey at all since all this happened?
No.
Who else does she hang out with at that pool hall?
Jessica, I've heard her from Jessica, and the guy that owns it's Brandon, and she and him kind of hooked up back in. We kind of had an open relationship. I'm sure you already know that. So, and I'm assuming they would hook up every now and then or whatever, and then so whoever hangs out up there at the pool hall, I've never been in there, so
Okay. You know.
I take that back. I went in there. Maybe over a year, maybe when I went out collecting with Ash before, we had to go in there maybe over a year ago, something like that.
Okay. Did you never hung out there socially?
No.
Okay. Now this Brandon guy, I mean, let's be honest here. They had a relationship.
I didn't know they had a relationship. I thought they were just hooking up every now and then. I didn't know they had a relationship. I talked to him before. He told me that she was lying to him, she was lying to me, and I thought they were done. And then he called me when I was in DC and said that, was telling me, hey, she got arrested and that they were, I guess they were still talking or whatever, and I had no idea. I didn't care if she, just was hooking up with somebody, but I wouldn't want her to be in a relationship with nobody.
Did he tell you anything about anything that she had bought him?
Yep.
What did he tell
He said
you?
that she bought him a motorcycle.
And you had no idea about any of that?
Zero.
Okay. Did he tell you anything else that she bought him?
No, he said that he said that she bought him a motorcycle and bought some of the other girls a couple things or whatever. And that was it.
The girls from the bar?
Yeah, and I'm assuming they were friends or whatever. That's all I remember.
Okay.
Do you know what those items were for the girls?
He said a laptop. Has that, I don't remember.
Did he say anything else about it? Because Brandon kind of likes to talk. He just kind of says whatever.
I don't know, y'all. I was so stressed out and upset. I was so shocked when he told me that she had bought, and I didn't know whether to believe it or not. And I still don't. It's hard for me to believe and swallow that she would buy him something like that. And it hurts me. I don't remember him saying anything else. Not that I remember.
Have you talked to him any since then?
No, I don't think so.
Have you heard from any of her friends?
No. He did. He said he was going to come to talk to the sheriff's office. Maybe he called me twice. I don't remember. It was either once or twice. I don't remember. I was very, very upset. So I really don't. It was either once or twice. And he said the sheriff's office wanted to talk to him, and he had hired some attorney. And I'm like, all right,
When was that?
I guess the evening or afternoon that she got arrested.
So far, it's clear that the husband has no idea where the money came from that Ashley spent so lavishly on her boyfriend and her friends. His honest lack of knowledge cleared him, and he's no longer being seen as a suspect. But as the detectives press her harder, and with evidence at hand, she now looks concerned. Completely different from her previous interrogation.
So what we did is we had the ability to plot all your phone calls for that day. Where you were. And it all starts at 9:05, okay? So 9:05, you're probably at home. 8:15, you're probably at home. 9:05. 9:13. 9:15. And it's the same tower, it's a different tower because it's on the south side of your house. But what it does is there's 3 towers, and your phone will communicate with the one that's got the best signal. Right. And that's how it knows. That's how you always know stuff about it. It looks like you're moving here. This may have been, I don't know where you may have been going, but it was 9:51. Do you know about what time y'all went over to your office after you picked her up? 10:13. You know where y'all may have been going. You know what's about time you picked her up? Let me ask you that. It may be easier.
Probably. I thought it was about 10:30, but I could be wrong.
Then, for some reason, it didn't capture any more towers from 10:30 to 12:10. Okay. Now, at 12:10, you are in here. Mm-hmm. We know that your aunt and uncle and Kyle own the farm there on Brick Road. Right. And it's showing that you're probably near that farm, or if not by that farm. And you're there when this is the time when you're telling us that you're probably in Milton or headed towards Milton, because it's 12:10 in the afternoon.
We were still in the Beulah side then.
Yeah, but if you're at that Tom Thumb, it's going to be covering down here. Not up here. The Tom Thumb is not covered by this tower. Okay. 12:10, 12:22, 12:46. You're still covering the farm. 12:47, 13:01. Or sorry, 13:11, which is 1:11.
You recall who you've been calling?
There's no telling. Like I get so many calls each day.
You're out here for quite a while, and you leave around at least at 13:44. Your phone's not communicating with the part of the tower that covers your room. What were y'all doing out there at this farm? You know y'all were there.
We picked up some stuff that Taylor had there that we
What was
that
it?
she had stored. Some kind of lockbox that she had.
Why would you not tell us that originally?
Because she asked me not to tell anyone ever.
At this point, she hits the officers with a new story crafted on the spot. But how long will she be able to stretch this?
I gotcha.
Okay. Did you text Kyle that day asking if he was at home?
I don't know. Probably not. I mean, he didn't change if I was there.
Would you have contacted anyone and asked if anyone else was going to be out there? When did you and Taylor take this sacred lockbox out there?
2 weeks before.
Okay. And who has access to that lockbox?
She does.
What was it?
That I don't know.
And so y'all left there, where'd y'all go?
Probably.
Actually, we were trying to find closure.
No, I totally understand.
Do you go back out to this farm after y'all leave?
To pick her box up?
I'm asking you, do you go back out to the farm after y'all leave?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Yeah. I'm sure that day was not that eventful for us.
Beg to differ. I beg to differ with you there. Was Mr. Beatty with y'all when y'all went out there?
No.
He wasn't with y'all?
He's not going to have any towers showing out there.
No, that I know of.
So it was just you and her? Nobody else? Zach wasn't with you?
Would you call and have anyone come meet you out there, or text come meet you out there?
No.
So you leave. Looks like maybe you go back to your house. I don't know where y'all go. This is at 157.
Right.
When you leave there, that's why it's important. When y'all leave there, where do y'all go?
I don't really know. I mean, it was, like I said, it wasn't like, we were just really kind of riding around.
What was going through your mind at that time?
What do you mean?
What were you thinking about?
It was just a regular day.
Regular day?
I mean, that.
If it's so regular, why wouldn't you tell us about this? Even if you didn't want you to tell us about it, we're working a missing person case where your friend for over a year is missing.
I honestly didn't think it was very important to this at all.
Why was the rest of the day important, though?
I mean, really, that whole day was not. I mean, like, us going to my office and any of
I
that.
think something happened and you're trying to forget about it, personally. Okay? And that's fine. That's fine.
Here's the thing. You tell us that y'all went out to Milton and Redwoods.
Right.
Honestly, did that happen?
Yes, it did.
So you'll have cell tower hits.
There should be cell tower hits in Milton at some point in that day.
Not when you're having dinner with Zach.
No.
But after you left Beulah.
There should be.
There's not $20, man.
Well,
After you got there with that.
phone calls.
Oh, you have phone calls all day because here's your phone.
Oh, sure.
160 pages worth.
Oh, I understand.
All right, so you go back out there. When you say you're not sure if you went back out, probably didn't. You actually did go back out there at 2:45. And you're out there for quite a while again.
So really, in essence, you spent, it seems like, at least a large portion of the majority of your day out here.
It really wasn't, though. I mean, we were
Several hours.
here and
You're still there. And you're still there. Yeah, you're still
And look,
there. Yeah, there's two different phone calls. There's two different calls.
so, like Chad said, I feel there's a reason you don't want to tell us this, but the thing is, I know you're not a bad person.
Her description of the day is completely devoid of any variation in her state. This emotionlessness is a notable quality, often found among psychopaths. One officer uses logic to push her for a confession, while another tries an emotional tactic. But will she break and confess her crime?
Right, this is a person, you're someone who tells me that if your friend goes in the hospital, you're going on a vacation, right, to probably one of the funnest cities in the Southeast region. Would you agree? Right? Awesome. So you're going to this place that's going to be a blast with friends that are going to be fun to be around, right? And then you have one of your friends who goes to the hospital. Instead of you going out with other people who continue to go on and have fun, am I right? Right. Cassandra and Taylor, you say, you know what? My friend's more important. I'm going to the hospital with my friend. Right. Right. Not only did you do that, you told me that you went back to Pensacola, took care of business that you had no choice but to take care of. And instead of going on about your merry way, you drove back over here, back over to New Orleans to see your friend, to check on your friend. I can tell you now, I have probably very few, if any, friends I would do that for. Right. Which tells me that you're probably a nicer person than I am. Right? And I believe that. I believe that story. I believe without doubt that you went back just to check on your friend and to see how she was. Sure. And only a decent person would do that. Right? You have nothing. What do you have to gain by driving all the way back? No, I agree. So, again, we're talking about a little baby boy who's missing his mom, and we need to let him know what happened.
Catch this. Why did you go back out to that farm on Brent Road the next morning?
Maybe to feed horses? I don't know.
This is the tower your phone was bouncing off of, or was communicating with. Now, we did the same thing for Taylor's phone. Okay. This is the day of her disappearance.
Right.
She's either at your house or probably at her house at 9/11.
Right.
Because Cassandra said she didn't leave until closer to 10 o'clock. She thought. Okay. So she had 2 phone calls at around 9/11. 9:13, she's still at the same house, probably. 9:48, she's at the same area. 10:10, same tower, same sector of the tower.
Right.
Okay. Could be your house or her house.
Right.
Probably her house. Because she calls either FHP or FDLE is who this number goes back to.
Okay.
To state. Do you remember making a phone call to one of them while you were together?
No.
All right. So the next morning, her phone, this is the day after she was disappeared.
Right.
Okay. At 2017, that's 8/17, the first phone call. Her phone is communicating with the tower that covers your house. Okay. Not her house, your house. Again, same tower,
right.
Same place. On 8/20, all these are incoming calls. They're not outgoing calls.
Right.
Same tower, covering your house.
Right.
9/11, her phone's obviously moving because it's over here off of 9 Mile in the interstate somewhere, somewhere in that area. Okay. Still moving. 7:53. 17:53. So the time goes backwards. It arrives back at your house later on.
Right.
Okay. Your phone and her phone is communicating off the same tower, 8 minutes apart. Why do you have her phone, or why is she with you?
She wasn't with me. I was unaware that I had her phone.
How did you get her phone?
I don't know that I have her phone. I mean, if you didn't know the stuff that she had in the vehicle, but.
Here's the problem with that. You say you got a text message from her the evening of the 8th saying, hey, I'm okay, I just got to get away and get my head clear. That's not possible.
So
you have her phone.
I don't have her phone.
Well, at that point, at that time, a text came from her phone to your phone, according to you, saying...
Well, I mean, that's what popped up on my phone.
What?
I mean, I had a message pop up on my phone.
How did her phone end up back in your truck?
That I don't know. I mean, that's what I mean. I don't know that it ever left. I just got her stuff and took it to gas.
Well, supposedly she left with her phone because she sent you a text message. That's what you're saying.
She had 2 phones.
But the phone that she sent you a text message on is the same phone that tower ping's hitting off of.
It may be that I have no idea.
Where is Taylor at?
I have no idea.
You need to tell us where she's at.
I don't know where Taylor is. I don't have a clue.
Look, if you were put in a situation where someone pushed you to do something for whatever reason, maybe against your will, perhaps in self-defense, if something happened and you're scared, don't be scared. Okay, if something happened, like I said, you're not a bad person. You're not a career criminal. This is a person who's traveled across states to take care of a friend. If something happened, tell us.
I don't know where she is.
We have a detective talking to Kyle right now. We know you have texted Kyle and asked him if he was at that farm on the 8th. Multiple times.
You may have. I mean, I don't.
Then you withhold that information from us. A person who is trying to help a friend out, who cares for their friends, don't lie to the police when they are looking for them.
Detectives are now done with her fabricated stories. Little does she know that her cover-up for a murder will soon be unraveled. Detectives now try to back her into a corner with bold questions.
Tell me what you did to her.
I didn't do anything to her.
Tell me what Zach did.
Somebody harmed her, and she's probably out of that farm.
Zach, it was never even around her.
Kyle,
Kyle's never been around her.
where is he?
Never been around her.
Well, that leaves you.
So you're the only one that was with her on this day at this farm that you did not disclose to us.
I didn't do anything to
You say
her.
if she's at that farm, we're going to find her because we're executing a search warrant out there right now.
That's fine, but she's not going to be there.
Then where's she at?
I don't know where she
Where's
is.
her body at?
I don't know where she is.
She's dead, though.
I
You know
don't
that?
believe that. I don't believe that at all.
The thing is we know that you had knowledge that phone was there because a text was sent to your phone from that phone, and it was in your possession. It was at the same location. So either Taylor was sitting in your bedroom with you, right, texting you, and you somehow didn't know, and then stayed in your car with you and communicated with other individuals the entire next day, all the way out to the wedding. When this wedding was hiding in your car, there's no way humanly possible that you didn't have knowledge of the phone. The thing is, I think that you're concerned. I think that you're scared. There's no need to be. Right? If something happened, we're going to figure out. Would you rather us figure out what happened with you saying, I don't know, and then chasing you with these statements that are inconsistent? Would you rather that, or would you rather come forward and say, look, an accident happened, or this asshole over here, this guy pushed this on
Wait
me?
for a second. Don't cross your legs on my for a second. Don't let us tell your story. Because this is going to tell us what happened. Don't let us tell something that may not be true. Tell us what happened.
I think at this point I need an attorney because it seems to me that y'all think that I did something to her.
Okay. I respect that. Sit tight and go from there, okay? Yeah, we'll just look at it.
She was sent home for 3 hours and was later taken into custody after concrete evidence was collected against her. The search operation at her family farm uncovered dark secrets hidden quite literally beneath the soil. At the site, the detectives unearthed a skull with a bullet mark, which Ashley had buried under cement to hide her tracks. She was seen buying the cement at a nearby store. Along with the remains, detectives also found a necklace that belonged to Taylor, which confirmed her identity as the deceased victim. And with that, there were no more lies and stories Ashley could hide behind. Ashley's trial began on August 26, 2019, and on August 30th, 2019, she was found guilty and was charged with first-degree premeditated murder. During the court trial, she pleaded not guilty. Even though she lied through her teeth, in the end, she could not survive the long and relentless hand of the law. Her attempt to cover up with a false alibi failed miserably. After listening to defendants and prosecutors, the judge passed a verdict of life in prison with no parole for 25 years.
You drink what? It's good.
The details of this crime are darker than your worst nightmares.
There's one time in my head telling me you did it wrong, you do it wrong, but at the same time, go ahead, keep doing it. They telling me, kill him again, keep it up, keep doing it. Kill it.
What followed was a murder so brutal, so utterly monstrous, that even the U.S. Supreme Court turned a deaf ear to Pablo's pleas, not just once, but twice.
This morning, the U.S. Supreme Court was asked to block the scheduled execution of Pablo Vasquez. He's the man who killed 12-year-old David Cardenas.
David Cardenas was just a 12-year-old child on the night of April 18, 1998, when Pablo Lucio Vasquez snatched his life away.
I don't know, did it back then, I blacked out. I started hearing voices in my head. And I told my cousin that somebody told me to kill him.
But this wasn't just a confession. It was the haunting revelation of a man who almost became a vampire. In this spine-chilling interrogation, watch as detectives uncovered the disturbing crime details of the murder of David Cardenas while unmasking a monster in disguise. But to grasp the full horror, it's important to first look back at April 18, 1998, and unravel the events leading up to this crime. On the evening of April 18th, David was last seen at a neighborhood party. When he didn't come home, his family's worry quickly turned to dread. Then, on April 19th, 1998, an anonymous tip shook Hidalgo County. This anonymous tip mentioned that a 12-year-old boy named David Cardenas had been murdered at that very party. What exactly happened on April 18th was shrouded in mystery. The investigation began with more questions than answers, but detectives were able to identify 15-year-old Andres Chapa as a suspect. Police also found out something interesting. Andres, also known as Andy, was actually David's friend and the one who invited him to the party. Through his testimony, detectives were able to find David's body 4 days after the incident on April 22nd, 1998. What the detectives found while discovering David's body left them in sheer shock. The autopsy report exposed the chilling details of the murder. A deep wound at the top of the head, a slashed throat, one arm completely severed, another partially detached, skin torn from the boy's back, several brutal facial wounds, likely from a heavy tool. Each finding painted a picture more disturbing than the last. Detectives now faced the pressing question: what could drive someone to commit such a savage attack on a 12-year-old? Eager for answers, detectives pressed Andy, who quickly confessed and named his accomplice, 20-year-old Pablo Lucio Vasquez. The hunt led them over 325 miles away to Conroe, a Houston suburb, where they finally made the arrest. Once arrested, Pablo wastes no time confessing, but this isn't just an ordinary admission. It is far more disturbing than anything the detectives had expected.
Okay, Pablo, can you tell us what occurred? I want you to start since Friday. Friday the 17th. Me, Andy, and David went to a party, and we were looking for and we got invited to that party. So we first had our dog, we walked in the dog, and then we got there, so they asked us if we could come back. So we did, we took the dog home and came back. And we were there, they asked us to go and drink, so we started drinking there. We stayed there for at least 2 or 3 hours until it was over. What time did you get there? Like 9, 8, 9. First it was early in the daytime, it was day sleep. And then I got back and took off. I came back, and me and Andy and David came back, and they said we wanted to drink, so I got a beer that I was drinking. The beer finished, so they passed a bottle of liquor, and I was drinking liquor. And I remember by the time I was really buzzing. What type of liquor? I don't know if it was Presidente. Because it was strong, they poured a lot into mine. I was really feeling drunk. So somebody smoked there, so I started smoking some too. And I did box it in there too. You did what? Coke. I did some. Because yeah, I was really loaded. We decided, because the party was finishing, somebody gives a right.
David was just 12 when he was invited to the party, where Pablo and Andy were openly smoking, consuming hard drugs, and drinking alcohol. It's possible that David too was pulled into the mix, as he was an easy and vulnerable target. Andy, also underage, was part of the reckless scene. But Detective Ricardo Suarez soon discovers that things took a dark turn as the three left the party that night.
What time did you guys go home? It was about 12. It wasn't really like going to be Saturday morning that night. It wasn't the daytime. I didn't know where that little guy was going to go. He took off. What little guy? David. I don't know where he's going to be, so he followed us. He went with us. They gave us the right to the house. And me and Andy were there. And he went to the back. I went inside. And I came to the back. And I told Andy, what's up with the plan? And he said, I don't know. He's willing to wait in the back. And I don't know if they're back there. I blacked out. I started hearing voices in my head. And I told my cousin that somebody told me kill him. So I snuck up on him, and he fell down.
What'd you hit him with?
The pipe.
Where'd you get the pipe at?
It was on the floor, like where he was at. And he looked at me at first, but then and he looked at me too, and like he just hit him my finger and nothing.
Did Andy try to stop you before you hit him?
No. Well, he didn't say nothing. He just looked at it like he thought something was wrong, and so I stopped. And
Where'd you hit him at? What was he doing when you hit him behind the head?
Just looking at me. And then he said something, I don't know. And I like 3 or 4 times. And he was right there, and he was still alive.
When you hit him 3 or 4 times, where did you hit him at?
He was still alive. And they told me, you killed him. And I go, no, he's not dead, he's still alive. So I went inside, and Andy was getting everything and stuff ready, so I told him we were in the burn. And he said, yeah. And I got him, and we took him, and Andy had the shovel.
Okay, you went inside for what?
Huh?
What'd you go inside for?
I just went inside to go check inside. Like, if anybody had heard anything.
Was anybody awake?
Yeah. And like, nobody was awake. So we came back outside, and my cousin had a knife in his pocket.
Your cousin who?
Andy.
Okay.
And I saw him, and I got the knife, and
Pablo's disturbingly neutral expression as he recounts the brutal details of trying to kill David hint at something far darker than apathy. It actually reveals a chilling detachment from the horror of his actions. He sounds like he is narrating an everyday incident rather than a gruesome crime. He speaks as if he only observed the violence rather than committed it. This emotional disconnect suggests a distorted sense of self, where Pablo either cannot or maybe refuses to acknowledge the monstrous nature of his actions. But what he will confess after this is beyond comprehension.
And then he was still like, talking and stuff. When I picked him up, I just put him on my shoulder like that, and I carried him, and I threw him on the floor because he was too heavy, and I grabbed him from my hand. I picked him up, I grabbed him, and he was still saying something, and I picked him up in the air, and the blood was dripping. He got all over my face. So I don't know, and something just from like until we drink the water in the morning. And
you drunk what?
His blood. And I don't know, and my face was cleaner with his blood. And I put him down because I felt weird. I don't know. And then my cousin said he's still alive or something like that. And I took him across the road, like, what was that name? In the area where they found him.
When Pablo describes drinking David's blood, there is a subtle yet unsettling excitement in his voice. This shift in demeanor, no matter how slight, speaks volumes about the nature of his psyche. It is a hallmark of psychopathy, a trait often seen in individuals who derive pleasure from revisiting their violent actions. For people like Pablo, reliving the moment of horror serves as a source of gratification. Psychopaths often lack empathy, but they compensate for that emotional void by seeking excitement through destructive means.
And he was saying something, and my cousin got to show him, and like 5 or 6 times in the face. And all I knew was that he actually really.
When you hit him on the face, what was the guy saying? What was David saying?
He was saying something, I don't know, he was mumbling something.
Any words that you can remember?
He was just saying, oh, like, I don't know if he said dope or something, but he was saying something. But I heard his, I seen his blood gushing out everywhere, and I panicked, so I would just go put him back there. So we took him back there, and we started digging the hole. And the dirt was too hard, so we just dug a little tiny hole, and I put him there. And by the time I was just finding stuff to cover him up with, and we covered him, and I put grass and pieces of wood on it. And by the time I realized, I took off his ring, but I lost it somewhere right there, and his chain was busted. I threw that away too. And from then on, we walked to Randy's house. And I took a shower, and my cousin got the clothes that was full of blood.
Your cousin who?
Andy. Okay. He got the boxers that I was wearing were covered with blood, and he told his mom that he was quitting or something like that. And
his mom was awake?
No, she wasn't. In the morning, they asked us, "Well, why are you doing so late? Coming home so late?" So we were drunk, and she asked us that the next morning, and the next morning I woke up. I realized that I had done something bad, and my phone got you. And I just wanted to get out of it, and I waited all day there, just thinking about what I had done. And so I wanted to sleep too, because I told my cousin Andy, I looked at him and I feel like so because I did something wrong. And he looked at me and he goes, "Oh no, don't do that." And after that, I told him I want to leave. I want to leave because they find out they're going to kill me no matter what. That's dead serious. And my cousin goes, "No, because no, don't go and all this shit." And I told him, "I don't have to leave. We could have done it, man. I got both of us in trouble with worse than anything." And he said, "Yeah." So that day passed. The next night, that's when I saw my uncle, and I had.
The next night being when?
Saturday was already Saturday morning. Then Saturday night, I told my uncle that I was beating because.
Your uncle who?
My uncle, Andy's dad, sure. And I told him that because I had did something bad, and he goes, "Man, he got mad at me for doing that."
What exactly did you tell him?
That I had done something bad, that I had hurt some kid really bad.
And who'd you tell this to?
My uncle.
What's your uncle's name?
John.
John?
Yeah. One. Yeah.
So you told him Saturday night that you had done something bad?
Yeah. But then
Did you show him the chain?
Yeah, I showed him the chain. I said, "Look, this is what I took away from," but I threw it away at the same time. That same night I threw it. I don't even remember because I was in the car. I threw it. I touched it.
You were in the car going?
Well, I stayed there until the next morning, right? And then I asked my uncle if I could go back to Houston. And he said, "Well, I don't want no trouble." And I go, "No." But I was just thinking, man, I got him to because everything that I did, they got back to me.
Though Pablo briefly mentions his desire to take his own life out of guilt, his voice and body language tell a different story. His confession is rushed, as if he's more eager to escape the interrogation than deal with any real remorse. This disconnect raises questions about the authenticity of his guilt. What's even more unsettling is the reaction of his family. While David's family was devastated after finding their son in that condition, Pablo's family tried to shield him after the crime he committed. Despite Pablo's admission to one of his uncles, no one in his family reported the murder. This complicity is as disturbing as the crime itself. This reaction points to a deeply ingrained dysfunction within the family dynamics. In this case, the family's silence becomes a form of complicity, deepening the disturbing nature of the crime itself. As the weight of the truth begins to surface, Pablo starts showing fleeting signs of remorse. But what he reveals next is worse than the most disturbing nightmare David's parents could have ever had.
And I'm sorry for killing that little girl. If I had a chance to go back in time, I would have never done it.
The autopsy says that someone, we don't know who, the piece of his back off. And there was a knife. How did
it wasn't me, it was probably Andy that did it. But I don't think Andy did that. I think when we dragged him, because he dragged him on the cement, maybe the cement scraped his back.
No, there was a nice cut all the way across his back, like a knife, or like somebody took a knife to his back and cut it, you know, they cut it off.
We were trying to cut off his head. They were trying to cut off his head to show kept hitting when they did it.
Who was?
Me and Andy, because we were trying just to tear him.
What was your reason for trying to cut off his head?
The devil was telling me to take it away from him.
Who was?
The devil was telling me to take it away from him, to keep it, and it couldn't come up. I was just freaking out because I was hearing that.
And what about Andy? What was he hearing?
I don't know, he was just like, I don't know, he was just He was just like going with it too, I guess.
Did Andy blood?
No, he threw up. He saw me. I told him, what did you do that? He was telling me to do it. And he just went along and we did it.
Have you gone back? Did you go back the next day on Saturday to go see him?
No, I didn't go back.
You never went back after that night?
Pablo confesses that even after repeatedly hitting David and slashing his throat, the boy was still clinging to life, and this revelation takes the horror to a new level. For any parent, the idea that their child suffered through such relentless brutality is unimaginable. Yet, Pablo explains it with the same detachment that marked his earlier confession, stating that he and Andres had to continue hitting David, this time on the face, to ensure he died faster. The coldness in his tone shows a shocking lack of empathy, almost as if David's resilience was a mere inconvenience rather than the desperate fight for survival of a terrified child. It is clear for the detectives to see that there is something extremely wrong with Pablo. As they push him more, Pablo confesses to something very intense about himself.
Have you ever felt like that before?
Yeah, the one I was in California.
How long ago was this?
Before I came from California.
How long ago was this?
Like 2 days before Christmas. But I was here I got here on New Year's. I was on the bus right here on Christmas. And I was here on New Year's Day.
Had you been drinking when you felt that, when you heard that the first time in December?
No, sir. I was on, there was some other drug that they have out there called.
Where is this, in California?
Yeah.
And
I got addicted to that, and actually like addicted, but I stayed up for 2 whole weeks without sleep, and I was dressed in black, and it was in the middle of the night, and I tried to talk with you, and I tied a rope on it, and I put a rope on my neck, and my uncle was calling me, and I told him that I couldn't get down because somebody told me to jump, and if I jumped, the rope was going to take me.
What's your uncle's name?
My uncle, Guero.
What's his name?
I don't know his full name, but...
Where's this at?
California.
What part of California?
Tulare County, Visalia.
Is that where he lives at, in Visalia?
Yeah. But he was freaking out on me too, but he had to come up to the tree and get me down. Because the whole people...
Did he call the police?
He just told me, man, he was not to... He was talking me out of it. He talked me out of it. And he kept talking, and I started listening to him.
Pablo's confession about his attempt to take his own life is a clear indicator that he was spiraling long before he committed the murder. This admission isn't just a passing comment, it signifies a deep internal struggle that has been left unchecked. His suicidal thoughts were a cry for help, a red flag signaling severe emotional and psychological distress. Ignoring or overlooking this distress meant that the underlying issues driving Pablo's violent tendencies were never addressed, which likely played a critical role in his ultimate outburst against a vulnerable 12-year-old boy. In fact, when detectives ask why he has been so forthcoming during the interrogation, his answer hints at the same underlying turmoil. His honesty stems from a place of unresolved guilt and desperation.
Why are you telling us the truth?
Because you guys want to know the truth, and I don't want to have that inside me all the time, because I know the truth, but I don't want to be like constantly thinking about it, because it's going to drive me crazy, and I'll end up killing myself.
Pablo Vasquez confessed to the murder following his arrest and was indicted on capital murder charges for David Cardenas' death and the theft of his jewelry. In March 1999, he was convicted and sentenced to death in Hidalgo County. After years of multiple appeals, Pablo was executed on April 6, 2016, at the age of 38. Andres, being a minor at the time, was also convicted but received a 35-year sentence. He became eligible for parole in 2015 but was denied, eventually receiving it in 2020.
Even earlier in the day, he had expressed remorse over the crime and was trying to figure out how exactly he would say that to the family.
In Pablo's final hour, both his and David's families were present. Justice, long awaited, was finally served.
Vasquez begins his statement. It says, "It's time." He says, "You got your justice," and apologizes to the victim's family. 6:10. His cousins say "I love you" against the glass and make hearts with their hands. 6:11. The lethal dose begins. 6:35. The lethal injection process is over.
The impact of one man's crime left a haunting mark on both families, forever altering their lives in ways they could never have imagined. Pablo Vasquez's crime was not just a horrific act of violence, but a reflection of deeper psychological issues that went unaddressed for far too long. Could early intervention have prevented David from this tragedy? How much responsibility lies with those who chose to conceal the truth rather than confront it? Share your thoughts in the comments section below, and like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more such content.